There we go. Hangouts on Air is going away later this year for quick streaming to youtube.com/webcam.
Yeah, have they given a definite date when Hangouts is going away?
No, I bet if I click that link, it'll give it to me, and I can always look at that later. Let me see here what it says. Oh, it's actually like it just straight up wants to stream from there. Okay. Wow. Okay, that doesn't give me any information though. It just gives me the option to start another live stream, and I don't think that'd be a good plan.
There you go. So it's more like just a warning. You're gonna have to do this other shit at some point. So might as well
I mean, there's gonna be another option. I don't know, man. YouTube is basically trying to like kill its own platform. Like they're basically like fucking everybody that built the platform.
Yeah. It's fucking bizarre, dude.
Not really. I mean, it's old media is basically just buying its way into the fucking market, but they're not changing their strategy. You know what I mean? Like they're still putting out shitty stuff that nobody wants to watch. They just think that if they're on the internet, it's going to be different. So they basically, bought their way into Google. And then, for whatever reason, Google like started with the whole like, we just don't want anybody that's conservative on here. And now they're just like, fuck everyone.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird, man. It's like, dude, you guys are fucking destroying, obliterating the old fucking legacy media shit, television, fucking whatever. And like, I kind of put it like, dude, you're fucking, your foot's already on the neck, dude. You just got to fucking push down, dude. They're fucking drowning. But you don't even have to do that. Like, you just have to do nothing.
And if they just left it at anybody puts up whatever they want and we're not responsible for it, it'd be over by now.
Yeah.
It'd be everything would be done except for like the 90-year-olds watching fucking like Price is Right and shit. And old Matlock reruns.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think, maybe you'd lose advertisers that are worried about the outrage mobs or
not
whatever.
For long.
Well, that's the thing. I would assume there's fucking people that would be lining up, other advertisers that would be lining up. Yeah. Like, I don't fucking give a shit. Anyone.
If you just take whoever's going to pay you money and take the money to advertise, you're going to get a lot more money.
Yeah.
And those people that are like, well, we won't advertise with you. Like, all right, well, you'll lose this incredibly massive market of the entire nation's children.
Yeah. It's way more than that too. I mean, I think anyone under the age of fucking
I don't watch
40,
TV,
but somewhere around there, dude. All right,
I'm 39. I don't watch TV.
Why would you mention that? You fucking. It's like you want me to fucking call you a hipster. I'm kidding, dude.
I still will occasionally watch an episode of Cops or like Law and Order, but I mean, other than that, I never even consider turning it on.
Yeah, I mean,
too many other streaming services.
Shit's so much better watching fucking YouTube or shit like that, dude.
Yeah, and if you really want to watch
something to come on,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And if you really want to watch something that's on TV, just give it a little time. It'll be on Netflix or it'll be on Hulu.
Yeah.
Probably both. And then you're good to go. I mean, a lot of stuff's showing up on Amazon Prime now because they have a video streaming service.
Right.
With and it's like $100 a year or something like that. So it's in the same price range as all the other ones. Plus you get the free 2-day shipping thing. So
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's the same price as like Netflix or Hulu, and you just get to fucking get faster shipping, free video streaming. They make their own shows. Some of them are actually decent.
Yeah, it's really like I don't understand how they don't get that. Like, is nobody fucking pointing that out to them?
Yeah,
like you have shitty employees. If nobody there can fucking tell you that. Just let them fucking die. Don't worry about the fucking hit pieces. Don't worry about nobody that fucking really matters gives a shit about the fucking hit pieces, dude. You know,
well, and the people give the shit about the hit pieces right up until they're in the checkout lane. You know, that's the minute they fucking look at the difference between like a $10 shirt and a $5 shirt, or you know, like a 12-pack of soda that's like $8 instead of $6. You know, they're just gonna be like, well, that's $6. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah. So I don't get it, dude. There's got to be some weird fucking conspiracy shit to it that I'm not considering.
Well, okay. So if you consider that like 6 people own all of media, it's pretty clear that there's a big left-wing push right now.
Right.
Like they're pushing for socialism because they know, unlike a lot of the people that actually are like, "Oh, socialism's awesome, dude." They know that it would just give them more power. Like they wouldn't lose any money. They're not going to be the ones fucking losing money. It's going to be everybody else because they're way wealthy, too wealthy for that shit to work. And then they'll just have more control over the people, and they'll be able to like make even more money because they'll be in the elite. They'll be part of the group running things. That's what makes you the fucking cash, man.
Yeah. I guess those old types still have a decent war chest or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, man. They must realize they're fucking gonna lose all of that shit. It's going to be replaced by fucking, idiots on the internet. It's gotta be frustrating, dude. Places like CNN and like they have these huge infrastructures built up, and it's being fucking destroyed by, this. People like Sticks or fucking.
Because Sticks is going to be honest. You know, he doesn't give a shit what side the truth is on. He's just going to fucking like, this is what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. He's more interested in, again, truth as opposed to this fucking narrative nonsense, dude.
100%, dude. Every fucking time he's just gonna, and it might not be true, but it's as far as he knows, it's true.
Yeah. It's again the truth as he sees it, basically.
Yeah. He's not going to intentionally tell you a lie. So
that's why him and Matt Christensen especially. Like I fucking really trust those dudes to fucking, again say the truth as they fucking see it. And again, it's going to be if they're wrong, it's going to be they were mistaken as opposed to they were being dishonest.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, hey to William Stenchover in the chat. What up, yo?
Yeah. Apparently, I did really poorly on the second time I was on Doc Griffin's stream, according to Stenchover. I didn't see it. I think
I don't think I watched that many of Doc Griffin's streams. They're on just a little too late.
Yeah, they go on forever too, man. Holy shit.
Sticks has nice really nips. Thank you, Stenchover. Yeah, they're fun to watch, but yeah, I'm not up that late most of the time anymore.
Yeah, well, once you get into them, dude, they're like, okay, so this is going to end at some point, right? And it's not going to be 6 a.m. Oh shit, it is. Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah.
But yeah, kind of hard to quit. Although I did shout out at the stream, or tried to anyway. I don't know if I did it right, there you go. But I think I posted the fucking. I think I posted the links.
I mean, it's all good. Maybe we get somebody, maybe not.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They're like, all right, shill your stuff, and I'm like, well, I don't have a channel, and I'm never on Twitter. Like, oh, I do a show with this fucking guy, and that's about it. I think Satan did it the first time I was on with him. It was because I was streaming with Satan the other day. I think it was the first stream he'd done in forever.
Yeah.
He fucking he like bailed on his own stream. He's like, well, dude, first he asked Doc if it was okay to post a link to his show that was going on at the same time as Doc's, obviously. And, yeah, dude. And I'm like, are you fucking really, dude? I'm like, I think Doc actually gave him the okay to do it because Doc's a pretty cool guy. They're pretty laid back as far as that shit.
I think Doc is just having a good time. He's sort of similar to us in the respect of he's just like, I'm just here to have a good time and bullshit with people. Although I think he's actually trying.
Like wants to get like he's got a Patreon and shit.
Yeah, wants to get people to show like more people to show up and like genuinely advertising.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so basically, and then he was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go over there. And then he got a link. But then he sent me the link. And I'm like, dude, are you sure? Like, you sure he's okay with this? He's like, yeah, whatever. Like, all right, dude. And then I come on and he's like, who's this other guy?
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. He sent me the link. And they're like, well, get the hell out of here. I didn't give you permission. And I'm like, all right, nice meeting you. Which didn't obviously happen. Like, he was cool. You know, he actually let me stay.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Doc's pretty nice guy.
Yeah. Bunch of fucking weirdos he has on there, dude.
Oh yeah, it's again,
I'm not saying that as a negative, but yeah, it's pretty interesting group he gets on there.
I think probably the best advertisement for the people that Doc Griffin has on there is Stench Ever doesn't like them.
Yeah, and again, it's
Doc likes rocks. Yeah, so that's right. He's really big into like geology stuff.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'd never watched his show before being on there.
Yeah, I caught a couple of karaoke streams that he did, and I've watched some other radio streams, and they are fun. It's just like I've kind of made it a thing now to try to just maintain just a regular time that I go to sleep.
Right.
So that I'm not like having a real tough time like going to sleep at work and coming back and going to sleep here, and just makes it really easy to just maintain a real just steady time that you go to sleep.
Right. Yeah. No, going on those shows definitely fucked me all up. So I went on, again, obviously the one with Satan, and then he had invited me on the one either the next day or the day after, I think. And I went on that one, and both of them were done by like 5 a.m. So yeah,
they're supposed to be. They're super late night.
Yeah. So yeah, ended up throwing off the whole schedule.
Yeah, I just regret that I never got a chance to get on one of the karaoke ones and like do one of the songs. I bet that would have been fun.
He does karaoke?
He has done karaoke. I don't know if he's ever going to do it again because he keeps getting like copyright claims, fucking it up so that people can't watch it like later.
Oh, right.
And he doesn't like that the stream gets taken down, essentially.
Yeah, it happened one of the two that I was on. So I went back to kind of try to listen to it a little. And it was like it had a copyright from somewhere. I can't remember what it said, but apparently that happened. Dude, fucking Satan was wasted last night. Holy, I mean, even for Satan, dude, like holy shit. That's why I was like kind of joking around when I'm like, I'm gonna wait. Satan's not drunk enough, and then for me to come on. Remember, I had messaged you about it. But then all of a sudden I was like, oh fuck, he's too hammered. Like I don't want to go. It's too much, dude. When he's that fucking drunk.
Oh yeah, he's he's kind of entertaining. You get to fuck with him.
Yeah, but when it gets to a certain point, it's like he's coherent, but he's not. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that makes sense, but like the words aren't really specific, overly slurred or anything like that. Like the words are there, but he at a certain point he stops making sense, dude. Yeah, so at that point you're like,
yeah.
See, well, I can't tell if he has a genuine dislike of that Pinoid guy or not, because he still interacts with him, and the jokes still seem relatively friendly. They're not fucking really mean spirited. I mean, as far as Satan's goes, I mean. But whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a trip. You just gotta. I figure with Satan, you just don't count on anything because who the fuck knows what's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah, he probably fucking cried. He did end up snoring. He did end up falling asleep and snoring on the stream, dude. Oh fuck. It's like, oh man, I thought that was our bit.
All right. Stench ever actually asked for a link. I don't have Discord, so or at least not on this PC, I don't think. And then so I've sent it on Twitter. Hopefully that works.
No, he wants to come on?
Yeah. I don't think we've ever talked to Stench ever on here, so.
Yeah. No, he was on the first time I went on DocStream, he was on too. Come on right before me and Satan.
Oh, wow.
You know who he sounds like? I hope this doesn't anger him because it's just an observation and not a judgment. He sounds like Jim Florentine.
You know who Jim Florentine is?
He's the one that fuck, dude. He's a comedian. I'm trying to think what else he's been on. He did the special ed character from Crank Yankers, but that's not going to help you. Okay. That's not going to help you with the voice, though, because he doesn't actually talk anything like that. He was on what is it? That metal show, I think it's called. Yeah, we saw the fucking hat. Shut up, fucking hipster. Oh, man. The hat.
It is entertaining to me.
And that ultimately is all that matters.
That exactly, yeah. You're not entertaining yourself. What the fuck are you doing in this world?
Nah. If anybody else happens to find it funny, that's great. But really, just try to entertain yourselves, people.
Damn, Skippy. Fuck everybody else. I mean, I got this fucked up story here. This shit, like talking about like fuck everybody, right? This is a fucked up story I saw. And share. There we go. Alaskan teens allegedly convinced to murder friend after being offered $9 million.
Wow.
So about 5 teenagers, ranging from like 19 to like I think 14 or 13, killed another teenager who was mentally retarded for the promise of $9 million from some dude in Indiana. Obviously, the dude in Indiana was not legitimately going to pay them like $9 million.
Didn't actually have $9 million or any intention of paying them. Jesus Christ, dude. How do they not know that you get the money up front for that kind of thing? That's my main issue with this fucking story.
How are they not suspicious immediately that somebody was offering them $9 million for that?
Yeah, they're fucking idiots, dude.
Oh, hey, what's up, Stench Ever? I see Stench Ever.
Hey, what's up?
There we go. But yeah, they fucking like essentially what it was like. It was like a bait and switch deal. Like he did want them to get video of them raping and murdering the girl, but then he used it as like, if you guys try to fucking do anything, I'll rat you out to the police because you're the ones that actually did it. I just offered you fake money over the internet.
Yeah, how does that work legally? I assume
they arrested his ass. He's gonna go to jail.
Yeah,
solicitation is still solicitation.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you had the intention of paying or not.
Right. Yeah, I kind of figured, but I wasn't 100%.
Oh man, it is. Yeah, the whole thing is just a fuck. That's heartbreaking because some poor kid just got like fucking. Like these are some fucked up kids.
Yeah. How for any amount of money, like you're gonna.
Kids are facing 99 years, and they're extraditing the guy to Alaska to face trial. It doesn't say what they're going to convict him of.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's fucking. Yeah, I would hope.
Yep, fuck humans.
It's fucking horrible. Yeah.
This is the most cheerful story I could find.
That's right up our
at least while I'm banned from Twitter. Partially banned from Twitter.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, for like 6 more days.
What'd you do this time?
I was making a joke because like those people are going after the people that are drawing the fucking Pokemon girl memes. Like they were trying to like out them as who their real name were, like dox them, and I was like, man, these humorless cunts, we need a humorless cunt purge. And Twitter didn't like that.
Fucking Twitter, dude.
I've never been kicked off Twitter.
How you managed that? Of everybody.
I got flagged once, but I know who did it. I think I know who did it. It was that Sir Adamantine guy. He made
Really?
some comments about
Adamantine?
me. Yeah, he was calling me a pedophile and saying I told him that I molested my daughter, and I was like,
oh, I remember that.
Reposting his comments, and all of a sudden, I wasn't saying anything. I had no comment. I was just reposting his comments and shit. And all of a sudden, I got flagged where I couldn't like use certain things for like 12 hours or something. I was like, what the fuck's that? I didn't even know what it was. I'd never been flagged before, so.
Yeah, that was fucking weird, man.
Like, it is weird. I don't even know what the guy's got against me. I never even trolled the guy. I was like friends with him, and all of a sudden he just turned on me for some reason. Goes on a stream and says I was in a voice chat with him, and I told him I molested my daughter and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are you? And he wasn't doing it like a trolling or like a joking way. It was like, what the fuck?
Like he was legitimately trying to fucking make people think you molested your daughter.
Yeah, and then he did it on a couple of streams. It wasn't just one.
Wow.
That's pretty fucked up.
That's one of those ones where I'm like, all right, play the fucking audio clip. Like, I'm not going to fucking just believe that shit because somebody says it. You got to fucking play the audio clip.
Yeah, I have a timestamp and the video still up there on Doc Griffin.
Oh, I'm saying for him.
Did it. Yeah.
If he's claiming you're saying that, like, I want to hear his audio clip. You don't just accuse somebody of child molestation and not have some evidence.
And it was true. I did once go into a voice chat with him in his server, and we sat there for like an hour and a half talking. And he was like, it was like after one of his like 8-hour streams. He was drunk as shit. I mean, like drunk to like the point he was slurring his words and shit. That's how drunk he was.
Like Satan drunk.
And and I was just talking about all kinds. I was talking about Geek Zulu and Trippy Poop, and I was talking shit about all these people. But at no time did I say, "Yeah, I'm a pedophile and I molested my daughter." I was like, what the fuck?
Jesus, dude.
I wouldn't even do that as a troll. I mean, who would do that? I mean, come on.
No, that's a terrible idea. Other than Satan, Satan might do that as a troll.
Akinaro, maybe.
Yeah, Akinaro would have done that. Although I'm not sure Akinaro would have been joking.
No, there was this stream the last stream that Satan did, and him and his brother got really drunk. And they were like in the garage, and they were like took their shirts off and shit, and they were like dancing. Oh, it was the most hysterical fucking stream I've ever seen. It was so good. The next day, he was so embarrassed, he like deleted it and shit. He stopped streaming. Man. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, why? That was like awesome.
I really wish I had missed that. That sounds fucking epic.
Yeah, it seems like he does legitimately want to pretend that stream never happened.
And I always bring it up too.
Well, now I'm going to bring that up. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that, dude. Well, it makes sense if he's fucking ashamed of it, but yeah, that's fucking funny. Because apparently at the end, or at the end of the night anyway, he had ended up like fucking at his friend's house, sleeping in his fucking daughter's bed. Like he woke up in his friend's 16-year-old daughter's bed.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she wasn't in it apparently.
Well, I'm sure she was probably sleeping on the couch and pissed off. Like, who's this drunk fucker on my bed?
Yeah, I have no idea, but well, either to Satan or man, unless somebody was there to fucking see it. He probably has no idea either.
Oh my god!
I've known like Satan for like probably going on 4 years now. He used to hang out a lot in side chats and shit. He doesn't anymore. Of live streams and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I met him inside chat a while ago. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen him for as long as you have, but yeah. I don't know. Satan's good people.
Yeah.
He's not gonna lie to you. That's what I like.
Yeah, like some would call it brutal honesty.
They say god awful, horrible things, but he'll be telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Oh man! Oh, so there's a petition to get Keanu Reeves to be Man of the Year for Time Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Times Man of the Year or Person of the Year or whatever it is. They want Keanu Reeves. That meme is going pretty heavy now.
Yeah. What has he done specifically this year? Is it just the John Wick? People are big fans of the John Wick.
Oh no, he was at what is it? He's going to be in the Cyberpunk 2077 movie or something.
The game, you mean?
or the game, and he was announcing it, and somebody said, "You're breathtaking," and he goes, "No, you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking," because he's just playing with the crowd, and everybody just absolutely loves him. Also, Keanu Reeves is one of those Hollywood decent humans.
Yeah, one of the few.
Exactly. It's
but Time doesn't have a good record. I think wasn't Hitler Man of the Year twice, and then they had the Woman of the Year was a man. Bruce Jenner. I mean, come on, not a good record.
Yeah. Well, again, I think their criteria at the time was who's the most important person. And again, it wasn't a good or bad thing, but obviously Hitler would have had the biggest impact on the world at that time. So by that criteria, I get it.
He actually did. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking. I don't know if that's the best criteria to go off of, but whatever.
Let's see. So Keanu Reeves' father walked out on his family. He was best friends with River Phoenix, who killed himself.
Well, he died.
OD'd or whatever, I thought. Also, Keanu Reeves' daughter and girlfriend died. And he's still the nice guy on every set. He doesn't apparently he doesn't actually seriously date anymore once he lost his girlfriend and his daughter, but he's still a decent guy. He'll take the crew out to lunch, and he never does the publicity thing for the nice things.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about his charity and shit.
Yeah,
virtue signal.
Exactly. He does instead of pretending.
Because that's weird, because he was in that, I can't remember the movie, it was Family or something. I can't remember the fucking movie. It's an old movie. And he was a teenager in it, and he was going to the ladies yeah, my father, or his father would burn cigarettes on his arms and shit. And he was just talking about, yeah, you need a license to get a dog, but you don't need a license to get a kid. He was just talking about how his father abused him and shit. It was in a comedy movie. It wasn't a bad, I can't remember the name of the movie.
Yeah. Oh, Doc Griffin says, yes, Satan satire was trash last night. Yes, he doesn't like Pinoy.
I was disappointed. I was thinking that Satan was going to go in there really hard. And I don't know. I think fucking Pinoy kind of made him look bad. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Satan was barely able to fucking string together a sentence. So,
I tried to warn him, dude. I was telling Gaming, I'm like, dude, you have to warn him about Satan. Tell him to take back the link, dude. Satan is fucking trash. I'm like, all right.
Oh man, I think Doc Griffin got a kick out of it. He seemed to be pretty funny.
Yeah. Satan wasn't. I mean, compared to his normal self, wasn't, and it didn't end up being that much different. I was again legitimately worried that he was gonna fucking just wreck it totally because he was that fucking drunk. But whatever, he yeah.
But it's weird because I got on there and they got angry because I was talking some shit because they don't do the blood sports thing and shit on there. They don't do drama. But
oh yeah.
Did you watch last night's stream? Everyone's just talking shit. I was like, holy shit.
I watched it for 10 or 15 minutes before I had to go to sleep. Unfortunately, I had to crash out.
Mm-hmm. Although I thought most of it was just the fucking kind of playful shit.
Yeah, I mean, again, more playful. Yeah,
yeah. Because was it Magog? Magog ended up getting on there.
Oh, Magog's always good people.
Yeah, Magog refused to stop referring to Satan as a fucking Mexican. That was pretty good.
Doc Griffin only had to meet him twice before he passed out.
Dude, we let him go when he fucking does that on ours and he's snoring. We fucking let him go. We leave the snoring in the background.
Oh, it's great background noise. Yeah. Oh yeah, busting balls. That's what people do. The good people do. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what I was saying. I thought Satan was doing the same thing with Pinoid, but apparently he has a legitimate dislike of the guy. I don't know.
It's really hard to tell the people Satan likes and doesn't like apart, or how he treats them. A difference.
It's pretty much all the same. Regardless of how he genuinely feels about somebody, the end result does tend to be the same.
He's consistent, though.
Yeah, this is true. Although, yeah, I think I had made the joke about when he was talking about the stream with his brother or whatever. I'm like, that would have been rock bottom for some people, but not for Satan. Like I said it as a joke, but like it's, I'm actually kind of serious. Like fucking Satan, dude.
That's like the top stair of the fucking basement steps. Like he's still got a ways to go. Give him time. He can do better.
I'm gonna have to 12th step that guy one of these days, dude.
At some point, he's gonna wake up in bed with fucking Godfather or some shit.
Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, if that's not rock bottom, they're really.
Oh man.
Or even Lotus Wolf.
Oh man, if there's one guy to get pissed off, it's really funny when he gets mad. Is Godfather?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Oh my god, that guy. Man, I don't know why, dude. But out of all the people that I've interacted in like chats and shit, he fucking bugs the shit out of me, dude. And I don't know why he fucking gets to me. Maybe it's his puritanical views. But god damn, he's fucking irritating to me.
He used to go on a lot of streams and shit. When I first saw him, I was like, oh, he would go on rants. I was like, holy shit, this guy's funny as hell. Yeah. But after a while, he just does the same rant over and over again. It's like, God, now it's just annoying.
Yeah.
Well, and then you start to think,
like, he actually go on streams, or you mean in chats?
No, he used to go on streams and shit.
Yeah, on streams.
Oh, really? Okay,
Back
I've never seen that. So is it a Poe, or is he really
Von Maxwell used to bring him on a lot.
Oh, no shit. Wow. I like James for sure. I've hung out with James in real life.
Yeah, he used to bring on Godfather every so often, like pretty regularly.
So is it a Poe thing, or is he really that fucking puritanical?
Well, I think he might genuinely be like super racist.
Yeah. Well, no, I've heard him like. He seems, again, the one good thing is he makes my obsessiveness seem pretty fucking reasonable. I always like that. But, dude, like, okay, we get it. You don't like marijuana or fucking but brown people or whatever.
It depends. If he's in a group of people, and especially if there's women there, he's just different. But I've been in voice chats with him, just me and him, and he's like almost completely different. He's still got all those anger issues, but he'll just talk to you like a normal person, Unless you bring up something about MGTOWs or something, then he might say some shit. But otherwise, just when he's around a group of people, he does that. He can't help it.
Is it like a virtual signaling nonsense or something like that?
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows with that guy?
All I know is it's easy to get him going and funny.
Yeah, for a bit, dude, but I don't know, man. After a while, it's like, dude, you're saying the same thing. And it's not even like just the stream. It's like for weeks at a time, dude. You're like, holy shit, this is like all you're talking about is how much you fucking hate marijuana or black people or whatever the fuck it happens to be at that time.
This is his shtick,
Yeah, see, I didn't, because again, I'd never heard him on streams or any of that. I'd only seen his interactions on in chats and shit, and I was just like, okay, this guy's just a fucking dude that's never gotten laid and doesn't have much hope to. Is just fucking angry at the world. But again, if it's a character, that obviously makes it completely fucking different.
Yeah, but I do the same thing. I just say the same dumb shit over and over again too.
Yeah, it's not exactly the same. Whatever you're doing,
I'm not quite as angry to have gotten laid, so it's just a little different. But
yeah,
however you're doing it doesn't fucking irritate me. So there's something different.
There's something about Godfather where it's like it's pretty obvious the only vagina he's ever seen is his mom's, and the whole thing just makes it weird and creepy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I
want to smoke weed with that dude though. I want to get that dude fucking blasted.
Dude, he needs weed or pussy, dude. One or the other, dude.
I bet if I got him blasted, I could get him a hooker and he wouldn't fucking fight it. Like if he was just blazed out of his mind, I could get him to go bang a hooker.
Yeah, it's worth a shot, dude.
Well,
I'm not going to Australia to do it, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
But what was that article like? That YouTube radicalizes people, but it actually kind of does. So like you're like fuckwit, you're just really angry and you've never gotten laid, and you're just going to watching all these MGTOW videos and shit, and you just get all worked up, and then you're just spewing all this fucking anger all over the internet and shit. I mean, it kind of actually does.
That's the way to never get laid. Going MGTOW.
I could argue that just because it happened on YouTube, you don't necessarily blame YouTube. Like if YouTube didn't exist, they were going to find some place on the internet and get radicalized,
or in their own life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not going to matter where.
Yeah, I don't know that any of these things are changing the end result that much.
They're making the memes about it funnier, though.
All right.
Yeah, but a lot of these things that it's like one side says it doesn't happen, and the other side says it totally happens. But a lot of the shit that we all argue about, left and right, and all this shit, really, a lot of it's in the middle. So, I'm saying it's like partially true. A lot of this shit, and everyone's just so biased. It's like, no, it doesn't happen. No, nobody's racist. Oh, everyone's racist. No, some people are racist.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, there's still racism out there. It happens.
Yeah. Nobody denies. Well, some people do, but very few people deny that there is still some fucking racism out there.
I went to live with my sister in South Carolina for a while in a really nice neighborhood. Nice houses, upper middle class and shit, and there was a couple black families that had houses, and for some reason they were grouped together. And this one kid, like right across the street from my sister's house, he'd come out and he skateboarded and shit, but he would only come out at night when no one was around. It was the weirdest thing.
Oh, that is
my sister, me and my sister, I was raised non-racist, so my sister, she'd always invite the people over because she was friendly with them, but some of the other people in the neighborhood weren't quite so friendly. I'm just saying, there's kind of the whole South thing and the racism. It's really kind of a thing. So
it's depending on what area you're in. There's definitely still racism.
Yeah, it almost seems like both sides are kind of okay with it though, like the segregation. I don't know, man. Like the blacks don't mind being by themselves, and the whites don't mind them being. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that, but
I think it's more of both sides are just immediately hostile to anybody that crosses that fucking boundary. So even if it's better to like you would benefit from not being involved in the stupid nonsense. It's just fucking like you're gonna get blasted by everybody on both sides. They're all gonna hate you for some reason.
That's really weird. Like
it perpetuates it. Well, humans are fucking herd animals, man.
Yeah, they are pack animals.
You gotta get pack. Pack herd. Similar, not quite the same. Yeah. But you want to be part of that community because you don't feel safe if you're not part of some sort of community.
Right.
In some way, shape, or form.
It is kind of unnatural to naturally gravitating to anyone that's not like you is pretty fucking unnatural. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they're. I don't know where I saw the study at, but they were saying that babies are racist because if a white baby sees a black person, they'll kind of freak out, or if a black baby sees a white person, they'll freak out. You know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's what you've seen the most, or whatever.
Whatever you're used to at the time. If you see something drastically different, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah,
because you're a fucking baby.
Comfortable. Yeah.
It's like that's literally the first person you've seen that ain't black or white or whatever,
Right.
I don't know. So, I was raised in a family that was like mixed race, like black and Mexican and white. So I never really got to see. I don't know. I've never seen anything other than mixed. So like I don't know if there's I don't think there's a difference really. But maybe like people who are raised in like single race families, like maybe there's I don't know, is there like a subtle racism there? Or I would imagine most of the time not, but sometimes at least.
Right.
I have a really bad story when I was a little kid. I was like 5. So I'm talking like mid 1960s and shit. And my grandfather and my grandmother took me to their church in Paterson, New Jersey, and I had never seen a African American person before ever in my life. And I was like at this church. It was like a whole Christmas thing, that is big Christmas tree, and they sent me to this room with a bunch of other little kids, like a playroom and shit. And I came. I'm not even telling this by memory. My grandfather tells me the story. So my grandpa repeats the story over and over again. He's dead now, but he's like, I came out of there and I said to my grandfather, I was like, "There's monkeys in there. I swear to God. I know that's really racist, but I was only 5 years old. I'd never seen a black person before, and I was just like,
oh shit!
One of the last times I saw my grandfather before he died, I brought my 3 kids up there to visit him in Brooksville, Florida. He fucking tells this story. I'm like, Jesus Christ, fucking A. Like brings up the most embarrassing story. But I was like 5 years old at the time, so you know.
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine do similar.
I can do way worse than that, dude. I have as a fucking. I would have been a teenager at least, but I remember watching a show, and they brought out a baby gorilla, and I literally thought it was a little black girl for like 5 seconds.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up, dude. But I don't know. Maybe I can show a video. Like, dude, seriously, it doesn't look that fucking different.
Oh, Jesus. Now you're trying to like justify. You're like, no. It really looked like a little black girl.
Well, if you've never seen a baby gorilla before, I mean, you're kind of assuming it's a person. They had it dressed up in like fucking clothes and shit.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Maybe not 5 seconds. I may be exaggerating.
You're gonna go back and find the clip and be like, that looks nothing like a person. Holy shit, I'm racist.
Well, if you know it going in, that's tough, dude.
True. That's true. No, I was gonna say I had my aunt was the kind of person, if you had to go over there, you'd end up stuck until like fucking dinner, and like basically you'd have to pry yourself out of the crowbar. So I had to go deliver something there for my parents. So I brought my friend along because if he was there, I had a good excuse to leave, like after dropping the thing off. And I didn't think that, oh yeah, like my cousin is black, like really black. And so I didn't say anything to my friend that came with me. We get back and he's like, dude, what the fuck? Your cousin is black? I mean, he was just like he'd seen a ghost. It was so fucking funny. He's like, you gotta fucking warn somebody. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's just a bunch of white people and then this black guy for some reason and everybody likes him. Jesus.
God damn, dude.
It was pretty fucking bad. I mean, it was funny, but it was just like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're way too. It was entertaining. He was very flabbergasted.
You really should have warned him.
I grew up. That was like my cousin that he and I share a birthday. So like, he's the closest thing to like an older brother that I've ever known. So you just don't like that. Doesn't really occur to you. You don't think like, oh yeah, that's my black cousin.
Yeah. I if you don't know that going in, it's kind of shocking if you're, what do you call it? You don't assume that you have a black cousin, I guess is what I'm saying. It would be kind of at least surprising. But I don't know why he would be freaked about it like after the fact. That's weird.
Well, so nobody. It was just
I have a question for you too. So, be honest. Who do you think? What race of people do you think is the least racist?
The least racist.
Dude, honestly, my first instinct it really is white people. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think. Obviously, again, I think black people are incredibly racist. Maybe Mexicans, but they hate black people a lot, which is something
and I worked with some Mexicans from Mexico that barely spoke English, and they did not like white people either, and especially black people.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like my ex-wife's family, I'm like, wow, you guys act like kind of friendly with them, but you fucking hate them, dude. Holy shit.
So who is the minority? Who is the minority in the world? What race is the minority in the world?
White people are the minority in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
So we're the least racist, and we're the minority. And how did this happen?
I'm torn between Chinese and white, to be fair.
You think what? You think Chinese people are not racist?
Well, I'm.
Oh, they're extremely racist. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, but it's not like.
Yeah, Japanese people.
There's nothing subtle or like. There's no pretense of not being racist and then being racist anyway. It's like you know exactly where you stand with somebody from China. Like Chinese people are like they're gonna be straight up like I don't fucking like you.
All right.
So I have another
because
question.
they're racist is out in the open, it's okay. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like there's at least racist. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it is white people.
So I'm going to ask you guys another question. What race has the highest IQ?
Isn't it Asians? Japanese?
Yeah, and what race has the smallest penis size on average?
No, I know that's Asian.
It is Asians, right?
So what race has the biggest penis size and the lowest IQ on average? I should have put those together. Now that was racist. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be African American, or not African American, African.
It's actually the Congo has the biggest penis size. And the
aren't they
IQ.
the ones that still use rape as part of war?
I don't know.
Like they have fucking rape troops.
Right.
That's what I was thinking, actually. Well, they're the ones that still practice slavery with the pygmy tribes. Like in the Congo, the Congolese basically own the pygmy tribes and then use them as farm workers. Pay them like a fish and a banana a day or some shit.
God damn.
It's fucked up, dude. Like they can't even, like the pygmy farm workers there can't even get like basic medication for like some of the fevers and shit. Like by law, not just because people won't sell it, just like legally they're not supposed to get it.
That's pretty fucking nuts.
Dengue fever. One of the ones that like you can just take a pill and it's like you're good, but if you don't, like it kills like half the people. Is really common there, like dengue fever or some shit.
Malaria kills a lot of people because they don't.
It might be malaria too. Yeah,
malaria.
They won't use DDT anymore. They outlawed DDT, so now everyone just dies of malaria.
But I think malaria, even with fucking medication, is tough to beat. Like, it's tough to fucking kill. So that might not be the exact same thing.
Well, but there's preventative meds you can take for malaria. So, like, you can take a course of medication and just basically be immune to it.
Oh,
that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but the DDT kills all the mosquitoes. You know, they used to do it in the U.S. all the time.
Yeah. I'm a fan of DDT. I'm a fucking huge fan.
Yeah. What happened with that? Is it just some fucking bullshit? They outlawed it.
Oh, I'm sure it causes cancer. That's why. That's what everybody
some racist chick, wanted to outlaw it because she wanted all the black people to die. That's what it is.
God,
you don't know that? Come on, you don't watch Alex Jones? Jesus
no. Poor Alex Jones. That guy must have made so much fucking money off of getting fucking banned from everything. Like it's a short spike, but I'm sure he made a ton.
He's been okay. Fucking ever, dude. Jesus, dude. Alex Jones has been doing it for like what, at least 20 years now, yeah?
Yeah, you use some supplements with your aliens.
Super male vitality.
Yeah, but you have to admit, like Alex Jones, right? Like people make fun of him and everything, But the same people that make fun of him, they're spewing shit out of their mouths that Alex Jones was saying 10 years ago, like it's fact,
Yep.
And it's like, wait a minute, you're saying the same shit Alex Jones was saying, and Alex Jones is saying shit all liberals say now, like the banks are bad and cops are like killing and beating up people. Like, wait a minute, wasn't Alex saying that like a while ago? Like, come on now.
Dude, I have a theory that Alex deliberately acts like a lunatic to kind of almost discredit himself so he doesn't get taken out. So like but there's like, because he's not always wrong. Like there's some shit you can kind of, I don't know, there's some kind of tell, I haven't figured out what it is, but there's some kind of tell with him that differentiates when he's just making up crazy shit and when he's actually fucking got some legitimate fucking info or whatever.
But they would always associate Alex with like lizard people and UFOs and shit, but he would never talk about it. He might have someone on there. What he used to have that with this English guy, he used to talk about lizard people and shit on there. But Alex would never actually really say it, But when he went on Joe, and I used to always listen to Alex Jones way back, and I'm like, this guy's full of shit. I go, he doesn't believe in God, and he knows about aliens and UFO shit, and he's not talking about it because he doesn't want to look, like really stupid. But when he got on Joe Rogan and he's got all drunk and stoned. He's like talking all this alien UFO shit. I'm like, yeah.
What if it's all true? What if it's all true? We just haven't figured it out yet. Like it's eventually going to come around, and everybody's gonna be like, everything Alex Jones said, 100% true. Like in 200 years, there'll be statues of Alex Jones on like every fucking town square, like the prophet.
That's funny.
He was never. He was actually the Messiah. He was not appreciated, persecuted in his time.
The second coming of Christ, Alex Jones.
Oh fuck.
Oh, man. No, I got a conspiracy. I pulled up Elon Musk conspiracy theory. Human population to collapse in the next 30 years.
Oh my god, my eyesight is so bad. I literally thought that the K was an IC. Dude, I really need glasses. I'm like, music? What the fuck does that mean? I had to like squint and see that it just says Musk. Jesus
Elon
Christ.
Musk is pulling one of those. What was the fucking idiot that did the global warming stuff?
AOC?
Vice president guy.
Oh,
Al Gore.
Yeah, it's like he's pulling an Al Gore. Like in 30 years, human population is going to collapse. It's like, fucking don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what his fucking thing is. I don't care. I know it's nonsense.
Yeah, what could his motivations be? The guy that makes the fucking electric sports cars. I can't imagine what his fucking end goal is.
Grift as many governments out of fucking money as he can.
Yeah, sell as many as fucking electric cars as he can, dude.
I love that everybody's so in love with fucking Tesla, but like he was given a ton of money by various governments to make the car, and it was supposed to be an affordable electric car. And all he did was come out with a super high-end fucking electric car.
But Tesla's just the name, so I don't know if anybody caught that, but I assume you meant Musk instead of Tesla.
Yeah, but Ford made an electric car back in the 30s.
Yeah,
he made a car that was made out of hemp, a hemp car with electric motor.
Yeah, if the government hadn't subsidized gas motors, we'd all be driving electric.
Yeah, what was that movie with Steven Seagal where they talk about it, Under Siege or something like that? But it basically talks about how the internal combustion engine has been obsolete for like 40 fucking years or whatever. But the oil companies and shit actually kept the electric shit from coming about. It was a film from like the 80s or 90s, back when Steven Seagal was relevant, or at least a little bit of a movie star. But yeah, it's something that
the motors were advanced enough back then that they were better, but the power source wasn't quite there yet.
Yeah. I guess it's just the fact that they didn't like if they had actually put a decent amount of money into that research, like it would have happened a long time ago.
Well, also you can get more high-end power out of a gas motor than an electric motor. Like top speed on an electric motor is going to be substantially lower than top speed on a gas motor.
But they weigh a lot less, though.
That's true, but at the same time, you can get, because the gearing is different and the actual force is different, the way it works, you can get a better top end for longer out of the gas motor. Although for like 4-wheel drive and stuff like that, electric motor is way superior because you can way more custom like delegate the power. Because it's usually like one motor on each wheel at this point.
And there was this guy in Florida. It was like in the 90s, and he's like, he made a car that ran on water and shit. And he was actually on the local news there. They were like showing him on the news, like a car would run on water and shit. And then he like mysteriously died.
Yeah, I can't remember the dude's name, but yeah,
I don't know how that happened, but.
It's so strange. I can't imagine how that happened. It certainly wasn't fucking like Chevron and fucking all the oil companies just competing to get the hitman there first.
Right. They just kind of pulled their money together.
Yeah, but it would fuck everyone, actually. So say like all of a sudden we had free energy. In the long run, it would be great for everybody and the whole planet. But the whole economy would just crash down and burn, in the beginning. Yeah, in the end, it would be good if everyone had free energy, because energy is everything,
Well, and the only reason that would tank the economy is because the economy is no longer on like an actual gold standard.
Yeah, it's actually fiat currency. Like
if it wasn't fiat currency, it wouldn't have had anywhere near as much of an effect. But
just think about all the jobs and everything involved oil. I mean, come on, it's like everything, all manufacturing, everything that runs on oil. I mean, come on.
The amount of things that you could start manufacturing with all those people-free and electric power. I'm assuming it was hydrogen engines, like the water. I'm assuming went through like an electrolysis and separated the hydrogen, oxygen, and burned the hydrogen.
And oxygen, they both fucking burn.
But it's easier to just burn the hydrogen.
Right, yeah. Again, oxygen's pretty goddamn flammable too.
And I think you can actually, when you burn hydrogen, it basically just makes water again. So, like, not quite as much, but.
Well, once anything gets too big,
anything,
you can't get rid of it because it'll crash everything. Just like.
But sometimes you have to do it anyway.
Military-industrial complex is so huge. If it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, no one's going to fight anymore, it would just fuck everybody. The whole economy would crash. Or if they get a cure for cancer, you just take one pill and you're cured. That would crash the economy. It's like because there's so much money involved in people's jobs and things involved.
I think if the economy wasn't so far into like all the weird, crazy regulations, it wouldn't kill it. Like, I'm not saying we need like that free market thing. I'm just saying like having big dips isn't necessarily the end of the world. You know?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, eventually recover. And again, oil is going to run out eventually anyway, so you might as well have some kind of backup plan for that shit. Or at least be working towards, gradually if you don't want there to be a huge fucking crash. Well, you better work towards it at least gradually.
I'm going with the conspiracy theory that oil is not fossil fuel, and it's something the Earth makes from underneath the heat and everything. It's just boiling the shit and making oil, and it has nothing to do with fossil fuel or plants or animals or anything. And then all these oil wells like replenish. All of a sudden, it's replenished. Let's go back there, drill again. I'm going with that theory. I like it.
Yeah, it's possible. I'm a fan of the conspiracy theories, dude. So, yeah.
I mean, how would you know if it wasn't true? Like, how would you know? To be fair, like, how would you know? It's not like I fucking, can go travel down to the fucking mantle and measure everything and take a look for myself. But like, is oil being produced here?
All these plants and animals decompose and they sunk way down in the earth and then turn into oil. I mean, it's kind of a weird theory if you think about it. And how can you prove it came from fossils and animals and plants? They can't even prove that.
Well, I thought the reason it didn't sink down, it's that volcanoes going off and spreading soil and tidal waves and earthquakes basically created more land, essentially. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I have no fucking idea. That's just as possible as not to me. Like, I don't know one way or the other.
I don't believe anything.
I don't have enough of a background in organic chemistry to fucking explain that shit. So
it's magic. The fucking the gnomes that live under the ground, the gnomes and the mole people create the oil, sell it to the fucking oil companies. It's all the fucking gnomes.
They fucking piss and shit out oil, and then we fucking mine it.
Yep. 100%. Of course, then again, if you want a real conspiracy theory that's like legit, that everybody like basically for some reason nobody gets, is like diamonds. Like diamonds are super fucking common, but the fucking companies that mine them just restrict how many get sold every year to a very small amount.
You're talking about a Jewish conspiracy now. Holy shit.
Oh, is that Jewish? I didn't know. I just know that like there's a fucking ton of diamonds and they're not.
They are generally perceived as being in charge of many of the financial things, especially the diamond market out of Antwerp or wherever.
I mean, if it's true, it's true.
Dude, I was watching. Do you guys know? I don't know what else the dude's name is, but he goes by just Carl. There's a video of him confronting the black Israelites He dresses himself up to look like a Jew, like with the yarmulke and everything, and confronts the black Israelites. You guys know what I'm talking about?
No, but I love it.
But it sounds good.
Tell us
more.
Yeah, dude, I'll have to fucking send you guys a video. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Because the dude's just a fucking lunatic. Obviously,
he dressed like a Jew and confronted the black Israelites. Like, that's definitely a fucking like out of his mind.
It's funny because like every once in a while he'll reach out his hand like to try to like touch, not like menacingly, but just like, hey buddy, like he'll reach out the hand. You see those guys like fucking pull away from him, but he keeps fucking doing it. And eventually, at one point, he fucking grabs his yarmulke off his head and tries to put it on one of the dude's heads. And the dude's finally fed up, dude, and like knocks his hand away and fucking smacks him upside the head. He still keeps going, dude. Yeah, I'll have to send the video. It's fucking hilarious. But that dude literally just will confront people like that, dude. He just walks up. He's like, "What are you doing here? What do you think you're doing here?" Yeah,
let's see. I'm looking.
Play shit through. If you just search Carl and Black Israelites, you'll find it.
Oh, it's Carl II, right?
Yeah. That's he must have had other channels get shut down or something because there's Carl II and then Carl III.
All right, I'm gonna put a link in the chat. I don't know if anybody's even watching this anymore, but just in case.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah, nobody's watching.
There's 3's watching. I know one of them's me. So you got 2 watching. So if one of you has it on another,
Yeah, I'm watching it. I have to have the chat up, even if I ignore the chat 90% of the time.
It turns out my shilling campaign was all for naught. Shocking.
Oh, I can't even tweet the link out. So
you want viewers? I didn't know that.
No, I don't care one way or the other. I can't even if I wanted to, I couldn't tweet it out. So I don't know. I don't think anybody's ever showed up when I tweeted. Liz Reptile has been here a couple times, oddly enough.
That's odd.
Yep. Well, we had Tonkasaw fucking spying on us. Fucking had Geek Thulu watching this shit and fucking reporting to him. That was fucking weird. That was the fucking weirdest one because, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I just don't like Tonkasaw. I don't have like a
I remember
thing.
one time you and me like took the piss out of Tonka on Twitter. It was a long time ago.
Many times.
It was like you and me went on. It was like I don't remember what it was, but it was like he did not win that battle.
At one point, I remember that at one point he sent a fucking screenshot of a website with like underline, like a fucking kid with a crayon. Like, it was just a picture of a web page with like things underlined on the web page. It was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, that was the whole Candace Owens thing, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, okay, but you don't have any proof that it's actually being collected or put anywhere. You're just showing me a picture of the fucking page.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know that page existed.
Well, and Candace Owens is a fucking insufferable cunt. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, she's a scam artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the money.
Stabby says that now, but he was in love with her for about 3 weeks there.
I really liked her, and then she did the debate with Blair
White. No, God,
Blair White, and then I was like, that was the last time I wanted to watch either of them. I was like, nah.
But she used to be a Trump hater. What the fuck? She had a doxing. She was trying to create a doxing server to fucking dox trolls.
See, here's how I know that was never actually being tried.
But that's what she was doing.
Because she's a fucking scam artist.
Exactly.
She just wanted the fucking money. She was never going to deliver a website.
No, but
it's never going to actually happen.
Do you think any of these politicians and shit actually believe what they say? They're just doing it.
No. And Candace Owens is just she's a scammer. Like, it doesn't matter if she's Democratic or any of that shit. Like, it's not about that.
She's cute. She's smart. She's well spoken. And she's conservative, and she's black, and she's a woman, so she's going to go far.
Thing by far, yeah. If she was just a fucking white dude, nobody had ever heard of her. But yeah, dude, when I see her at like fucking just Q&As and shit, I'm like, you are a fucking childish, petty, fucking little spoiled brat.
Oh my!
Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Yeah. But no, just the way she fucking answers back at anybody that even mild criticism of her. She's just like a fucking little fucking.
I like the fucking flag burning. If you burn the American flag and I was president, I'd fucking kick you out of the country. Like, what the fuck are you on?
Yeah.
Like even the Republicans think you're out of your fucking mind here. Come on now.
I don't think she was thinking too hard when she said that.
I don't think she ever thinks too hard. Oh my God.
That was fucking funny. Oh, hi, hey, what's up, Mad Metal Man in the chat? Gotta say hey. But yeah, I thought that was funny because I was like, even your own supposed side is going to be like, nah, you can't stop people from burning the flag. Knock that shit off.
Yeah.
That's lyrics from a Cure song. Holy shit! I think that's the song "Killing an Arab" called "I'm Alive, I'm Dead." Yeah, that's like right from a song. Maybe
Mad Metal Man is extremely well versed in the metal music.
I don't think Cure is actually metal, but yeah.
Well, he knows a lot about music in general, I think.
Yeah.
He's one of those smart people that knows things. Yeah, I don't think anybody genuinely likes Candace Owens except for maybe Mario Lopez, who's now on a show with her on a regular basis, I guess.
Doesn't she have a job on some show or something? The fuck? She's on
She's with PragerU
or something.
Yeah, PragerU.
I can't stand fucking Prager anymore either, dude. I was never a huge fan anyway, but I was at least like sub to them because every once in a while they'd put out a decent video.
I'm a fan in principle. I like that there are people offering alternatives to college, even if it's a ridiculous alternative. But ways for people to educate themselves, I'm a fan. I don't have to agree with what they're teaching. I just, I think it's good to encourage people not to only think of, well, if you want to be intelligent, you have to go to college.
Yeah, it does seem like the opposite of that nowadays. Come out fucking dumber. I was thinking of this. It was actually a play off of something I saw from Owen Benjamin, where he was saying something about prison, but I actually
speaking of dumber.
Jesus Christ.
He's such a fucking low cow, dude. He's so fucking over the top, fucking stupid. But basically,
sometimes he says pretty cool things, but he's a mental case. Yeah.
You still watch him? Like, have you watched him lately?
And I can't watch him anymore because it's just too much God and Jesus Bible shit. I'm just like, I like when he used to get drunk. He would get drunk and get angry at everybody, just like banning people, and he's just fucking ranting. I'm like, man, this is fucking entertaining as shit, man.
Yeah,
it was loving that.
He does a ridiculous amount of gay bashing. So anybody who bashes gay people that much almost always eventually is outed as gay themselves. Again, not that there's anything wrong with that, obviously, but like, dude,
that's why he's mad at fucking Steven Crowder.
Yeah, dude. Did I send you that video?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why he's mad at Steven Crowder. Like he finally figured out Steven Crowder is bi, and he's like, but he never sucked my dick.
Right.
And that's why he's so mad.
And like those two are gonna end up getting married, dude. Yeah.
In 20 fucking years, Steven Crowder and Owen Benjamin are going to run a fucking gay bakery, and they're going to refuse to make cakes for straight people.
Right.
I think Owen's just naive about a lot of things. Like, he's kind of smart, but he's just naive,
I don't think he's that smart, dude. He's a very impressionable, that's for sure. Like,
I think Owen Benjamin has the potential to be very intelligent, but is not particularly good at deciding what sources of information to trust.
He writes good jokes, and he is funny.
Yeah. Oh, he's fucking great at comedy.
Yeah, not off the cuff. Like, he might be. He's decent at writing jokes, but God.
Yeah. His sketches and stuff that he's got up are hilarious, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the leftist fitness instructor was.
Yeah. Oh, he's great when it comes to that.
Yeah, off the cuff though, he is not funny, dude. I don't know.
I like that he used to fucking listen to people on. He'd read like chat and stuff, and he'd be like, "Oh, haha, that's really funny." Like he'd never like genuinely laugh at anything.
But you see what he has? He has this niche audience because he's a famous person, and he's a total edgelord. Like, he just says the most obscene shit ever.
They mail him fucking cash.
And he's religious, so he's getting all these religious people that are following him.
They fucking mail him money.
So, and he's you gotta admit, that's the funniest thing ever. That's the biggest fuck you to everyone. It's like, look at, there's mailing me cash and snail mail. I'm like, come on. That's the biggest fuck you ever to like YouTube and shit.
Yeah, there's nobody that gets to cut him off. There's nobody that can be like, hey, you're fucking, we're gonna go talk to these people behind your back and kick you out of there. Yeah, Mad Metal Man's gonna start a Luciferian college. I'm in.
The only reason he fucking did it is because he still wanted to be able to get money. I don't think he was doing it as a bit, but it is funny.
It is funny.
You're not.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's a bit. I just think it's awesome because nobody can cut it off.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, for a dude that literally is banning people because they don't believe that they believe that we went to the moon, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
That was so fucking weird. That was when I lost interest. I was like, I can't watch any more of this fucking anti-moon landing shit. It's just too sad.
Yeah, like you're literally banning people just because they disagree with you about the moon landing. You're like, you're out of here. I'm like, really, Mr. Free Speech guy? Okay.
I'm still up in the air about the whole moon landing thing. I'm sorry.
That's fine, dude. You can fucking have that. I don't mind that he has that opinion.
Yeah, but you're not going to fucking kick everybody out of the chat for fucking not agreeing with you one way or the other.
Yeah, that's the issue.
I am banned from his side chat. So
But yeah, fucking Revenge of the Sis. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those guys, but they're fucking. They take the piss out of him and Vox Day fucking constantly, dude. You know Vox Day. Do you buy that he's a tough guy at all? Just curious.
He's the most boringest person I've ever seen on the internet. Like
he's a fucking pussy. I doubt his fucking like he talks about how he has a fucking dojo and how he's a fucking badass, and yet he brags about how he fucking got a disabled kid arrested for fucking trolling him on the internet.
Yeah,
you get Vox Day and Tonkus on a fight. There's a fucking battle.
You can fucking go at it.
Vox Day, holy shit.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Doc Griffin talk about rocks.
Oh, he's really into like rocks. He's legitimately right. Like he fucking likes rocks.
Geologist.
I used to have a rock collection too. I used to be into that shit.
I collected shiny things I found on the beach for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would always do that. Well, actually, I was just in fucking California a couple weeks ago. But yeah, shells and rocks.
I think I actually still have it.
Rock, I will definitely pick it up. Although they never look as cool as they do when they're fucking like wet. Kind of makes it difficult.
I had a little desktop fountain that I put a bunch of them in. So like it had like it poured through like 3 or 4 little bowls. It's like one of those little plaster things or whatever, the cheap ones. And there was enough room to put the rocks in like each of the little bowls to fucking make it not quite sound as much like somebody was taking a piss, like while I was running.
Dude, I had collected enough that we actually lined my son's turtle pond with them.
Nice.
Yeah, like just the big ones. Like you didn't want any that they were actually big enough that the turtles might actually ingest them. So all of them were like almost at least baseball size. So I got enough of them at least that big, plus a bunch of smaller ones, obviously. But I had that many mass. What the fuck are these? The red slider?
Red-eared slider. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's raising an army of Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Yeah, but we had gotten one of those. It's a prefab one from like Home Depot or whatever, like 125 gallon pond. We're down to 1 turtle, and like I think my mom put like 6 like koi or goldfish or whatever in that fucking thing. Yep. But yeah, my point for the whole own Benjamin rant or tangent, whatever the fuck just happened, was I was actually thinking like it seems like spending 4 years in prison would almost give you more job actual job skills than 4 years of college.
At this point, probably.
Yeah, dude, like it's actually an argument that could be made. Probably not still, I mean, because you'd still be a fucking felon coming out or whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's so many places that won't hire you if you're a felon. So.
Yeah.
It's like, did they pay their debt to society or not pay it? Because you got to fucking make a choice, man.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they just had people start going into prisons like as a fucking trade school to fucking try to learn how to do this shit.
Yeah,
I dropped out in my sophomore year of high school. So I only have like a ninth grade education. That's it.
Yeah, I dropped out as sophomore, but I started going to college or community college. Like when I was like 16, I like dropped out of high school and just started going to college. High school was busting my ass. Fuck them. I got my GED. Got the hell out of there.
Yeah, but for some jobs, you need a high school. You need a college. Go to college to get, a diploma to get certain jobs. Like my daughter, she's a school teacher. She went to college. She got her teaching degree. She started with a nursing degree, then she changed to teaching. But she's a teacher now. She's teaching third grade, and my oldest son went to technical school to learn how to work on boat motors, and now that's what he does. So
imagine any of that mechanic stuff, especially something that's specialized. It's got to pay pretty fucking well.
Yeah, I almost had a job working for rescue helicopters as a helicopter mechanic, and I was super looking forward to that one. That when I was like fucking like 19, 20, I was like, that's fucking good.
Yeah.
That would have been good fucking money.
Yeah, that's what my sister's husband's at. Well, he's in the Navy, so they're essentially, on the job training him to fucking repair helicopters and shit.
Yeah, if you can get a job in the field, it's way above even like a general mechanic.
Yeah. So yeah, being trained by the military, I imagine, probably carries a lot of weight.
Yep. Remember when I almost had a job? Yeah, I just gotta find like a day job I can do like online or something.
YouTube.
Something that actually makes money.
Well, maybe if you tried to, I don't know, promote your channel.
If anything I want to make that would be even remotely worth watching is definitely not going to be monetizable. You know what I mean? Like I could come up with some great fucking comedy sketches and stuff like that. And I'm not like super funny, but I'm sure I could get, like a following like 50,000 or so like that. Of people who'd be entertained by it.
Yeah, you're a fucking weirdo, dude, and that's entertaining.
But there's not enough. They'd never be monetized. I saw that coming a fucking way off.
We should figure out how to fucking simultaneously put this out to like BitChute, YouTube, fucking DLive.
Why?
One of them's got a fucking
no.
Yeah, I don't know, man. But you never know.
Man, let's just force people to laugh at gunpoint. If I could think of a way to get away with robbing places, I'd probably do that too. I can't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like, how many people would be dead if I knew I could get away with killing them in my life? And there have been certain points in my life that I've been that angry with somebody, and literally the only thing stopping me was the fact that I couldn't be sure that I'd get away with it.
Yeah, I was never married, so I never really wanted to kill anybody.
Yeah, that's definitely fucking one of them. My ex-wife would absolutely be dead.
I just assume anybody that's been married at least once is like, yeah, I fucking, there's people I want to kill.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, again, now I don't give a shit. I mean, she's still awful, but I don't have that much fucking anger and rage at her anymore.
You guys are evil, man. I don't want to kill anybody. Jesus.
You've never? No, I'm not saying I would now. I'm saying at certain points in my life, I don't want to kill anybody at the moment. But there have been moments in my life.
I don't want to kill anybody specific. There's certain people I think should be gotten rid of, though.
Well, if I could like snap my fingers and all the murderers and rapists were all dead, I would do that. Yeah.
I would just kill.
Pedophiles too.
Yeah, I was just saying
murderers and rapists. If I could snap my finger and they're all dead, I would be fine with that.
And people that get into the drive-through and have no idea what they want.
I don't know.
Where they start asking, like, what does that have?
Like, yeah, murderers and rapists, pedophiles, absolutely. But what about people with serious personality disorders? Like, it seems like them being dead would make the world a better place. If you get rid of people with borderline or fucking narcissistic personality.
The guy that cuts you off to pull out onto the road only to drive like 10 yards to turn right back off of the road.
Slam on his brakes.
And there's nobody behind you. Like he could have just easily done it. Like if it waited like 10 seconds for you to pass, like those guys need to go too.
I'm going to go with like the old lady in front of me in the grocery line. And she waits for all her food to be rang up and shit. And then she opens her purse. And then she pulls out her checkbook. And then she starts filling out her checkbook.
Oh,
instead of like having it all ready and written out. So all I got to do is put the fucking amount in. But no, she waits till it's all done, just stands there. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. Yeah, I might kill her. I might kill her, like in real life. like grab something from the rack or something, and start smashing her in the head.
You got to put yourself in the mindset of again for my criteria, which is you will get away with this.
Yeah.
So come on, dude.
You don't want to do that though, because then all the guys in the world would be raping all the chicks if they get away with shit. You don't want to do that. There'd be babies everywhere. Babies would just be piling up. Rape women and babies.
People that get in the short line, the one where you're only supposed to have like the express line into store, and they got more, and it's like Wick.
Well, yeah. Oh Jesus, dude.
Where they can only do like one product at a time, and they don't fucking know how to read because none of the shit they got is on any of the fucking coupons for Wick they got.
They're like, this is 13 ounces and it's only for 10 ounce. This doesn't work.
Like, fucking hate Wick.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know why that's still a thing. Why they can't convert that over to the way they do food stamps and shit. Why they still need that?
They pay for like separate things, like with different things, or they're buying food for other people with they got an EBT card for this and this thing for this, and they have like 3 separate things they pay separately for each little group of food. You ever seen that?
Oh, I'm guilty.
I go to Walmart.
I do all the shopping for my parents, and and I shop for myself at the same time. So it's like I'm not spending my dad's Social Security check on my fucking groceries.
So you're one of those people. Okay,
I am one of those people.
Kill you.
But I'll tell you what, I have it all organized, and I fucking bag everything, and I'm in and out of there faster than most people that do one order.
You know what I didn't realize about California is they charge you 10 cents for a fucking grocery bag. They do that.
I ordered a couple dozen fucking canvas bags off of Amazon the day that shit started.
Yeah, I was like, because I went in again when I was over there a couple weeks ago. And they're like, "Do you want a bag for that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want a bag for that." And then they're like, "Oh, it's 10 cents more per bag." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like the second time I went in, I literally had a bag stuffed into I had to fucking take a bag with me. It's only 10 cents, but it still pisses me off. It's
the principle of the thing.
Yeah. It's not like it's a lot, but still, like.
And they were like, no plastic bags, but now suddenly some places have plastic bags. It's fucking bizarre.
Dude, Ralph has nothing but plastic bags, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Mad Metalman's adding to the list. People who let their kids play in the street, get rid of them. Crackheads, yeah. Dog owners. And cyclists.
What's wrong with crackheads? Jesus Christ. He's getting high.
You know what? Instead of, you got the Thanos glove, so you can do weird shit when you snap, right? So instead of getting rid of the crackheads, just make it so whenever they're on the crack, they got to do like a song and dance routine. And the more of them are in a group, the more coordinated the song and dance routine gets. So that if you're in the right neighborhood, it's like walking through a fucking 50s era musical.
All right.
Okay.
That's fucking weird.
I can't dance though.
I got way too specific, dude. I was with you at first, but then you just made it too complicated.
You don't want crackheads putting on like musical fucking routines, just like in groups in like the crackhead neighborhoods whenever you walk through.
Can it be at night and they're standing around a barrel fire? I'll go with that.
And then suddenly they're like singing about the fucking barrel fire and like how awesome the free life of being a hobo is. Fucking clicking their heels and dancing around, doing a little soft shoe.
Yeah.
Singing
about how much better this is than van life.
Oh, God. Quit picking on
van life is entertaining.
I'm that guy.
You're that guy.
You're the van life.
I have no money and I have nothing. I walk to Walmart with my little shopping cart thingy with the little wheels and shit. I'm like an old lady.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's how I shop. And I got like a Walmart. It's like across the street from my apartment complex is the back of Walmart. So it's like right there. And then I got the liquor store like a half a block away. Like I'm all set, you know.
Oh, the Walmart sells that fucking flavor powder. They're like you buy chips or something and it's like sour cream and onion chips or like cheddar chips. They sell the fucking powder that does that.
Stuff you just mix with like sour cream or
no, it's just like a flavoring powder. Like you sprinkle it on.
No,
okay, gotcha.
No,
okay.
yeah, you take you buy the Lipton onion dip and you just pour it into like sour cream. My mom
this
used
is
to make
totally
that all the time.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look it up because you know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. Once you see it.
Like the powder they use for like popcorn at the theaters now. Yeah, I get it, dude.
What's really good is you take fucking what not pig skins? What do they call it?
Pork rinds.
Pork rinds. You heat them up in the microwave for a little bit. You throw them in a plastic bag with some of that flavor powder. Shake it up, man. You can get it. Those are fucking great. Great little snack.
Pork rinds. Yeah, I was gonna say pork rinds by themselves have very little flavor, and then it's not really that good. What
the
little
first time I had
flavor
them, I was like, "This is gross and shit." Then I had them again. I was like, "Wow, I can't stop eating them." Like,
yeah, I don't know. For me, there has to be something else with them. I can't eat them straight, dude. I have to, either have some kind of flavor, or I'm using it like a fucking chip to scoop in like a. This is a really weird one, but it actually tasted good. Pork rinds with a salmon and cream cheese dip.
but what is pork rinds actually?
It's literally fried pork skin, dude.
It's fried pork skin.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
so
weird.
Good though.
Yummy though.
You're eating pork with salmon and cream cheese, which again sounds absolutely disgusting, but it's actually all right, dude.
Here, this is what I'm talking about. It is popcorn flavoring powder.
Yeah.
White cheddar, nacho cheddar, ranch, garlic, parmesan.
Yeah. So
movie theater butter, kettle corn. Yeah.
Oh, zebra corn. I haven't eaten zebra corn in a while. I fucking love that shit.
But you sprinkle a little of that in with some pork rinds. Delicious.
Yeah.
Kids don't know what popcorn tastes like, or they don't know what pizza tastes like because they get like Pizza Hut and they get like microwave popcorn, because popcorn is just, you cook it with olive oil in a pot, and then you put some real butter on it and a little salt. Kids don't know what that tastes like anymore. They just know fake butter flavored microwave shit, which is good. Yeah. It's good, I admit. I like it, but still, it's not the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember the old style poppers where you do it yourself, where it had like you put them in the bottom, and then it would kind of like, as it popped, it would kind of fill up to the top, and then it had a little like what do you call it? Like a little hood
air popper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had one of those.
It got bigger, obviously, because it's way bigger than the kernels, and it would literally fill up and it would spill out of the top as it overflowed or whatever. You put a little fucking bowl down. It would have a separate little compartment for butter.
Yeah.
This is like the 80s. This is like 1980s shit I'm talking about.
Yeah. The hot air popper, yeah. But really, you just put the olive oil in a pot, and you have to shake the pot the whole time while it's cooking,
Oh yeah, that was my dad's favorite method, was that right there. Because then he could just take like a stick of butter and throw it in there like towards the end and start shaking it up with the fucking stick of butter.
Just naturally kind of coats everything.
And then I always liked the little fucking one-use frying pan with the tinfoil thing on the front that just poofed up.
Oh yeah, the little bag.
Those were epic, man. Those were my absolute favorite. I don't even like popcorn. I just love popping popcorn.
It is fun, dude. It's fucking so childish, but yeah, it actually is kind of fun.
Yeah, this is why no one watches this stream.
Yeah, it's a mystery, dude.
Oh man. Yeah, I like kettle corn, but I'm like more and more becoming like a texture person.
No, try the kettle corn, the microwave shit, right? And just melt some butter and pour it on top and put a little extra salt. Just try it. I'm telling you, it's good.
I'm sure it is. None of that sounds like it would be bad. Adding butter and salt to popcorn, I cannot imagine that going into a negative zone.
What kettle corn just like has like a little sugar on it or something, a little flavor, whatever. They put sugar in there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like cinnamon
put butter
sugar
on it. It's good. Yeah.
Or is it just burnt sugar? Oh man.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll be back. I gotta step out for a few minutes. I'll be back in like 5.
You gonna run that dryer?
Yeah, is gaming here? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'll be back.
Oh, here's a story I found that I thought was pretty fucking funny. North Carolina woman accused of trying to poison fiance with eye drops, inspired by Wedding Crashers movie scene. So I guess in the Wedding Crashers, they did the thing where like they use the eye drops to give somebody diarrhea.
The movie Wedding Crashers, okay.
Yeah, the movie Wedding Crashers, that's what they do. And she decided that was a great idea. And as it turns out, that's not how real world works at all. And I guess it was not a happy divorce.
I guess not.
She faces up to like a little over 2 years behind bars. Damn.
It was an okay movie.
Oh, the movie. Yeah, the movie was not great on its own.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Yeah.
Okay. I love that she saw that in a movie and was like, yeah, that's going to work great. Like, they gave him eye drops in there and it fucking poisoned him. I'm fucking in. My ex-husband's he's gonna shit his brains out. Oh no, wait, it put him in the hospital. He almost died. Whoops. Oh man. Oh, Madman One says eye drops won't kill, just fuck up your stomach. It depends on what kind of eye drops, man. If you're talking about like your basic clear eyes, probably you'll be fine. But some of them have like weird shit to remove the red eye for like the stoners. And then there was one fucking set of eye drops I saw advertised on the commercials that had like the standard list of like everything in your life can go wrong if you use these. I don't remember what that was for.
It's not just stoners. I'm just saying. So, like I wake up every morning and my eyes are completely bloodshot. A lot of times crusted with like mucus and shit on my eyelids and shit. And then if I have to go to the store and shit and I have to take a shower, my eyes are just so sensitive. Like any water gets in my eyes at all from the shower. And I'm in Florida where they put like tons of, it's like pool water. It's like so much chlorine in the water. It's like my eyes just turn worse red. So it looks like I'm stoned. And I used to buy eye drops to put in before I would go to the store and shit, so I wouldn't look like I was stoned, even though I wasn't stoned. But I just gave up. They're kind of expensive eye drops. I'm just saying that's like fuck this.
I'm in California. Everybody's stoned most of the time anyway.
I look like I'm a homeless drunk guy anyway, so it doesn't really matter that my eyes are red, so I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, don't break from the character. You got a character going, just go the whole fucking way.
Yeah.
That's how you get the ladies.
And now I go to like when I go to Walmart, I'll go like in the middle of the night. Nobody there.
Oh, you still have one that's 24 hours?
I fit right in with all the people that are there, so no one says anything. So I'm fine.
Yeah. I missed that. We had a Walmart that was 24 hours, but then I guess they didn't get enough business at night, so they went back to just being like daytime only.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like if you go the wrong time, sometimes they didn't stock the shelves yet. So a lot of times people are still stocking shelves. Sometimes if you want a certain thing, it's not even there.
Oh, I don't think I ever really went for anything in particular other than just to see what was going on at fucking 2 a.m. at Walmart because it was going to be entertaining. Because the bars get out around 2 o'clock here, so you go to the Walmart around 2:15, 2:20, you're in for a fucking treat.
And I just like going.
Man, who wants to
have to
Walmart
walk,
during the day?
and I'm in Florida, and it's hot, so I go at nighttime. It's nice and cool, and then I'll have to deal with people.
Yeah, I only go to Walmart occasionally just because there's certain things that you can get there that are like just so fucking cheap.
Yeah, if you know your prices, yeah.
Yeah, well, like tea light candles. Like you also have a good idea to have like a box of tea light candles or some candles in the fucking for blackouts.
You're a candle man, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, for blackouts, it's just easier to like light a couple candles than to fucking chase down a dozen flashlights.
Walmart has their own brand, It's actually not bad.
Yeah,
candles go. Yeah.
I've never bought anything other than their tea lights or the votives. The little like half-inch candles or like the 2-inch candles.
But certain things are really cheap there. Like if I have a Publix by me, right? If I go to Walmart, I can buy Starbucks coffee like half the price as the other store, the regular grocery store.
Yeah.
So
If you pay attention
to
prices, that's the key.
Yeah. But again, if you don't know your prices, you get fucked over. Because I remember it was like, I like the Locatelli cheese, like a high-end, grated Parmesan, whatever. And I went to Walmart. I was like, holy shit, it's more expensive here than it is at the regular grocery store. So, you do have to know your prices. They will fuck you. Because if they're selling something that's high-end and they're not selling a lot of it, they jack up the price, because they're not selling a lot of it.
Oh, probably because they either are hoping people will pay it anyway, or it'll get out of their fucking shelves and they can get something better in and get rid of that contract.
And actually, the Walmart maybe stopped carrying it. They don't carry it anymore. So I can't even get it.
Yeah, I imagine there's like a contract for how long they have to carry it or something. So they're shooting it in the foot on purpose.
Yeah.
Smart business. I mean, I'm not a fan of Walmart in general, but that is good business.
Yeah. So if you are really broke, though, and you want food, Walmart is the place to go if you know your prices and you shop right. It may not be healthy, but you can fill your stomach up, for low prices.
Yeah, I was in desperate need of a bath towel one time, and I got one there for like $3.
There you go. But those bath towels for $3, they don't even absorb water. It's like they deflect water almost.
It served the purpose it needed for the emergency at time, and I was done. I was
rubs the water around. It doesn't even absorb it.
Scares the water away. Mad Metal Man refuses to shop at Walmart. Fair enough, man. I got, I don't shop at Best Buy unless I absolutely have to.
It's weird. They have a Best Buy right by me too, in the same shopping center as the Walmart.
Yeah. I don't have anything against Best Buy. I just have it. I don't like the Best Buy that's in my sound because the fucking security guards are trash. Like they don't do their fucking job, and then every once in a while they fucking want to see my receipt. It's like, motherfucker, if you weren't sitting there drooling over 13-year-old girls all fucking day, and you paid the fucking attention for half a second to who was walking in and out of your fucking store.
No, I get it. They're not doing their job. They're not really paying attention to people that are stealing shit and.
So they're literally just hitting on fucking underage girls at the fucking store all the time. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with these people.
Yeah. I was in Walmart like a year ago in the Walmart, and I was just like, I was looking for. I can't remember what I was looking for. It was like in like computer area, like looking for something. And this girl, she's like, looked kind of like a crackhead white trash chick. She starts asking me questions and shit. Like, do you know what this something is? I don't remember what it was. I was like, no, I don't. I was like talking to her for a second. I was like, no, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. And then I walked out the aisle and I saw one of those guys. You can spot them right away. The guys that are like spying on people and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
security guys. And I was just like, I was like insulted because he was looking at me. I was like, holy shit, because I don't steal shit, So, and I didn't really think much about it. And I went and I shopped and I went and paid for my shit and I went outside. And then when I went outside, I walked past the girl the cops had her. This girl that I was talking to stole some shit and she got caught. And the cops already had her outside. And shit. Like, holy shit.
There's no way to get away with it these days. Like, I'm sure it's possible to get away with shoplifting at these stores because I've occasionally forgot stuff in my cart. Like it gets, like it's a little thing and it gets kind of wedged in the bottom and you just don't fucking see it. Nobody else notices it.
Yeah.
And you're not retarded, so you're not going back in to pay for it.
Yeah, if I'm already out, I'm not going to do that. But I have had it where they added up shit wrong or did something wrong. I was like, wait a minute, that's wrong. I owe more. I mean, that's just the way I am. So,
Oh, the last time at the grocery store,
I'm not going back.
There was a new girl at the fucking grocery store and she didn't know how to fucking punch in produce yet. So she tried to charge me like regular white mushrooms. She tried to charge me for chanterelle mushrooms, which is like $20 for like a half pound. I was like, that's not the right kind of mushrooms. That's fucking no. I'm not paying you $20 for a fucking handful of button mushrooms.
It was good that you were paying attention because a lot of people just don't notice that shit.
Yeah. Oh, I've had them fucking charge me for like 50 chives instead of like one. Where like you get back and you're like, I only bought one bundle of chives. What the fuck is there 50 chives on this fucking receipt? Oh man. But that happens, Safeway's really good about it. They'll refund your money in a heartbeat. They don't even check. Oh, Mad Metalman says he did loss prevention. You just need some basic smarts and you can lift an entire store. Probably. To me, it's a juice isn't worth the squeeze thing, and I am stealing that from fucking girl next door. But like if you get caught shoplifting, you're never making enough money to be worth whatever the potential penalty is for shoplifting. At least in my opinion.
I think the last time I shoplifted, I was probably like, I'm thinking maybe like 8 or 9 years old, or maybe 10, somewhere around there. And I stole like baseball cards from a sweet shop, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That kind of shit. I've done that when I was a kid. Yeah. But as an adult, it's like I could potentially do jail time for fucking this thing. Like I'm gonna pass, man. I can spend the $20 on whatever the fuck.
And my youngest son stole shit twice from stores. And I remember the first time I bought him, I made him bring it back. Like I brought him to the store, and he was like crying and hiding his fucking face in my, shirt and shit. Like, it's like, no, you got to teach kids that's wrong. Kids do shit. But he was little.
Well, kids don't necessarily know that they're stealing if they're young enough. They just pick shit up and put it in their pocket.
No, he knew he was stealing.
Oh, he was old enough to know. Okay, because I've seen little kids who they don't know. They're not even barely even verbal. Oh, my man says if you could steal a TV or something. Yeah, if you could manage to get like a TV or like some high end electronics out the fucking back of the store, then it might be worth it. Oh man, these days, like I think the best you could probably get would be like a good laptop or a computer, but then they'd probably have all the serial numbers and shit.
My father, he was a kind of a heroin addict and shit.
Nah.
And I didn't know him, I knew when I was a little kid, but then he was gone, whatever. Well, actually, when I was like really little, he went to prison. Then he came back out of prison, and I lived with him for a couple of years. And he left, and I didn't see him forever, And then I rehooked up with him when I was much older, and I actually went and worked for him. He was like installing carpets and shit. My sister got me to reconnect with my father and shit, And then he was telling me he was telling me prison stories, which I'm not going to repeat. And he was telling about robberies and shit that he did. And I remember he told me this one robbery where I don't even remember, it was like New Jersey. It used to be like a stereo chain place. It was called Tech Hi-Fi. It's kind of like Crazy Eddie's or like one of those.
I think I've heard of that in movies and shit.
Yeah, but and he was saying that they just went behind the place with a sledgehammer, just busted through the cinder block wall, and they just loaded up the truck. And he was saying how they loaded up the truck with all the shit, and then they came back and loaded up, like did it a couple of times, like because there's nobody there, no alarms went off, and they were just like loading up stereo equipment and shit.
Huh.
And he was telling me about they had like this inside guy in this restaurant and shit. It was actually a restaurant in Marlwood, New Jersey. That actually Les Paul used to go play there. He used to live by there, and they had like an inside guy in there. They knew when the lady at the end of the week or something, she took all the money and she put it in her car, and like leave the restaurant. And they did a bump and run where they bumped into her. Like my father was involved in this, like bumped into her car, like a fake accident. And then she got out of the car, and then they robbed her and shit. He was telling me all these fucking crazy stories. Like, holy shit.
That's funny. That's fucking my dad does that shit. Like, he's not a heroin addict, but like he was fucking basically drunk through most of the 70s. And he robbed like a convenience store and then worked at the convenience store and robbed them more and then quit and got away with it.
Once you know how shit works, that helps,
Well, first his roommate worked there and he fucking stole the key, I guess, and fucking went and robbed it in the middle of the night and then started a fire so that it wouldn't look like it got robbed. Fucking all while he was blitzed drunk, just blind fucking drunk at the time. And then like a couple weeks later, his buddy quit, so he got the job. And then he would just pocket like half of everything that fucking people paid for when they walked in, because back in those days there was like no cameras or none of that shit.
Yeah.
And they were going to give him a lie detector test, and he's like, "Oh no, I'd freak out too much. I can't do that. I'm going to have to quit." And that worked. But then he also used to drive around the fucking city like throwing M80s out like under cars when he was in high school, until like one night it was a fucking cop car with the cops in it. They just had their lights off. That got him in a lot of trouble because they didn't know it was M80s. They thought he fucking drove by and just took a couple of shots with a fucking pistol. Turns out police not okay with that. Not big fans of that. But fucking one of them was like, he used to roll bowling balls down the hills in San Francisco. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco or anybody, but it's been in a lot of movies. There's some big fucking hills in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And they used to fucking take and just
safe.
No. And he did it like I think 3 or 4 times until at one point it like put a hole in a fucking bus and like wedged itself under a car, like with the car in the air and shit. Yeah, it was pretty fucking.
So do you drink?
Me, I used to. I don't anymore. I got bored of it.
Okay.
Like my dad, hardcore alcoholic. I never had any of that real addiction issue other than like cigarettes, but I quit smoking, I don't know, like 4 years ago. I was lucky I didn't get that gene. Because I did drink.
Alcoholism is genetic, though.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very lucky I didn't get that gene. Because I never had an issue with like, if I want to have one beer, I just have one beer. I don't fucking, I'm gonna have one beer and then end up, fucking drinking a bottle of whiskey or some shit. Like I never had that issue. It was always on my own terms.
I never had a problem with it either. But now I just drink all the time. So everyone calls me alcoholic. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just self-medicate. Just because I drink all the time doesn't make me an alcoholic. It's kind of like a genetic thing where it's just you get addicted really easy, and then once you start drinking, you can't stop, and you end up doing really stupid shit, But I drank when I was young, and then when I was married, I like hardly ever drank. Didn't really care. It was just now that I drink all the time, it's like, you're an alcoholic. I'm like, well, no, I'm not really, but if you want to call me one, that's fine. I don't care.
I think it's alcoholism if you can't not drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even people that are heavy drinkers.
Yeah, even now though, like, because I drink constantly all the time. If I stop, it definitely, I'm feeling it. It doesn't matter if I'm alcoholic or not.
Oh, that's just withdrawals from the chemical itself.
Yeah.
Though. That's not the same thing as alcoholism. That's just terrible fucking decision making.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
like,
just one beer, half a bottle of vodka, and an assault charge later.
Yeah. So it's like 2:00 in the morning right now, right? And I've been drinking since I woke up. I woke up, made coffee, and I start drinking rum. I chase it with coffee, and I've been drinking all day. So do I sound really drunk?
No, not to me at least. I mean, I'm going off of what Satan sounded like last night, so it just sounds like Satan can't
no, I don't get
handle
like
his
that.
liquor.
No, I don't get like that. Maybe once in a while. I don't know.
I'm smoking a lot of weed right now, but that's because my fucking leg hurts all the time. So,
yeah, I wish I had weed. I would drink a lot less.
Oh yeah, and it goes so much further for your buck, even though it's super expensive with the fucking dispensaries in California. You might spend like $75 on a fucking eighth, and it'll last you a good several weeks.
Yeah, as long as you don't overdo it. So if you just take like 1 or 2 hits and get really fucked up, But if you're like smoking like 3 joints in a row, it's like after a while, it doesn't have the same effect. You just smoke a lot.
I've never understood why people smoke that much because you don't stay high for any longer.
Nope. My son used to get it for me. I have a little one hitter. And I just take 1 hit, see how I feel, and maybe take 2 hits, and that would be it. That's all I would need. I'm like feeling good for a while,
Yeah. I mean, on a given day, I usually don't smoke more than like maybe 5 or 6 hits in total. But that's enough to keep me stoned and help the pain a lot, fucking for most of the day.
But does it really work on the pain?
It cuts it pretty well.
Yeah.
It's not like all of a sudden I don't have any pain. It's more like it goes from like
makes it manageable.
A 10 to like a 5.
Yeah. Don't they have like CBD, whatever they call them, oils?
CBD oils. I tried the capsules for that. It doesn't fucking do anything.
No.
And the thing is, how do you know you're getting actual CBD from anybody most of the time? What I've been looking into, but I'm reluctant to try, is that oh fuck, what is it? Now I can't think of the name. Oh, they were trying to make it illegal not long ago.
Kratom?
Yeah, kratom. Yeah, kratom, kratom, KRATOM.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've heard, that legitimately does have like an addictive issue with it, and can cause complications with like other medications and shit. So I'm not sure about that. But it is supposed to be pretty close to the effects that you get from like opiates without anywhere near the amount of side effects. As far as like the effectiveness in killing pain. But then again, like fucking, I don't know, fucking weed cures everything according to people too. So.
Well, opioids don't really kill pain too well either, so they just make you feel good.
Or I'm talking about like the fucking, maybe I'm thinking that like Vicodin and Percocet and are those opioids or?
Yes, they are.
Oh yeah.
Well, those are pretty good at killing pain from what I hear, but I mean they've worked when I had dental work done, so.
Yeah, they always worked really well for me.
Yeah.
Although taking like fucking a dozen oxy-80s a day will probably fucking have a little different.
It's a little bit addictive,
Well, but then again, I have nerve pain, so opioids probably wouldn't be the best choice anyway. Like something like gabapentin, it's like an actual nerve pain medication, would be way better.
Yeah.
And a lot less hassle. So. Because it's like nerves compressed between my spinal cord column or whatever.
Yeah.
Between vertebrae, that's what it is, yeah. But right now, weed is helping a lot on my days off. I just can't smoke it at work.
So only edibles when you're at work?
Ah, go fuck that. Fuck edibles, man. I've had way too many fucking edibles are just too unfucking consistent. I can't do it.
Yeah, I've never actually done edibles, dude.
And I'll literally buy the same fucking brand before I stop doing edibles altogether. I'd buy the same fucking brand and literally weigh it out on a fucking scale. Like eat like 10 grams of the fucking chocolate bar or whatever. Like actually fucking weigh it out. So it was supposed to be like, real specifically dosed and everything. And fucking sometimes it'd be like a huge amount. Sometimes it'd be like none. Maybe I was just buying the wrong edibles, but
people making those things might be inconsistent in their process.
Legit.
Well, it's a new thing, so there'll be new laws and restrictions as it goes along. It's all kind of new now. Really.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Matt Metalman says edibles how to waste your weed. Yeah, the high is totally different too. It's not a very pleasant high compared to like smoking weed. Because like I don't always want to be high, but if I'm gonna get high, I'd rather be able to like enjoy it than fucking be like, well, this is the day I die, and I'm gonna spend the next 4 hours convinced that I'm dying slowly. This is gonna be great. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it doesn't. Edibles don't do that to other people.
Well, I'm gonna try some for the first time in a couple of days, actually, because I'm going to my sister's house to house sit for a week, and she has edibles and shit, and like the liquid shit for the vape thing and everything. She's like, "You want it?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna try a little bit first with the edibles. I'm paranoid."
Yeah. Just make sure you got like some nature documentaries or something to fucking watch.
I just don't want to like be tripping or something because I don't want to trip anymore. I've tripped before on acid and and mescaline and shit. I do not want to do that again.
Oh, you say that as Mad Metalman is typing LSD is the cure to all. Oh man, yeah, edibles. Like the one thing about that was it's a big thing in the weed community. Like edibles are supposed to help everybody with what's the one that you get seizures? Epilepsy. It's supposed to be really good for epilepsy and really good for like cancer stuff.
I didn't know it was good for epilepsy. That's cool.
Yeah, I think CBD itself is good for epilepsy. I don't think you need to have the THC component. I think you can just take large doses of the CBD. But I think if you take the kind of doses for that of the CBD, it does still get you a little bit high, though, just not nearly as like psychotropic.
You still got to admit, though, it's like the pot plant. It's like the Jesus plant. I mean, you can make rope out of it and shit, and clothes. Yeah. And you use the oil to like heat lamps and shit. And
you can make building
get high
materials
off of it. It's like cures.
You can make fucking boards to build a fucking house.
Yeah, it doesn't need like a lot of fertilizer and anything. It's like, you know, it grows multiple crops, and I mean, it's the Jesus weed, man.
Yeah, they used to make way back in whenever they used to fucking actually sail, the fucking 1700s or whenever the fuck it was, they would make the fucking sails out of it because it had a weird property. And the ropes. The weird property about hemp is for some reason when it got wet, it actually made it stronger. And that wasn't the case with like canvas or whatever else they used. For some reason, when hemp gets wet, it actually makes it stronger.
He used to make Levi jeans too. The shit would last forever. Not anymore.
Well, even if they made it out of hemp now, they'd engineer it so it wouldn't last forever because they got to make money.
Yeah. You got to have the resale, dude. The fucking repeat customer.
They make everything to break and everything. Just the way it works. Yeah.
Hemp is even high in protein if you eat it. It's like super high in protein. Or like hemp seeds. Yeah, the hemp seeds. But it's a big in the keto and bodybuilding groups. They do a lot of hemp seed. What do you call that? The fucking.
But even back in the day, just in general, clothes would last a lot longer. They don't now. They're just like made out of shit.
Well, it was so labor intensive to make them that it was like if you're going to make them, you make them out of something that's going to last forever, and you figure out how to clean them in ways that are not going to fuck them up. Because you got to spend like 6 months making a shirt. Like it was your wife making it, you know?
No, I'm just saying, even, you know, in the 80s and shit, they were making clothing that would last a long time compared to the clothing now. It's just like made out of like nylon, crazy shit, so thin. And
if you want to spend like $20 or $30 on a shirt, like you can still get clothes that are like that. But if you want to go to like Walmart and Target and buy clothes, you're not going to get the ones that last. Yeah.
You like those towels. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. $3 for that towel. And then it's fucking, you know, Tinder for a campfire in a couple months. Let's see. I got something here. We were talking about cure-alls. There is a new version of the Operation game where the players just use essential oils instead of performing actual medical procedures to cure it.
Dude. Holy fucking shit.
It's from the Babylon. It's obviously not real, but
it's like an onion.
Yeah. It's a fake
okay, that's pretty fucking bad. I thought that was like a serious thing that like fucking.
It sounds like it though, doesn't it?
I actually had that game as a kid.
Oh yeah, Operation was always cool.
See, this is the problem with fucking
Stratego, Masterpiece. That was a cool game. A lot of crazy games.
Hungry Hippos.
Didn't have that one, no.
No, never had that one either. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
It did have that one where it's like the football players on a vibrating board, and you like set the little players up, and then you push the button, and it just vibrates and just doesn't do anything. It's the stupidest thing ever.
Damn, now I don't feel nearly as old.
Yeah, electronic football. Jesus Christ.
Now I'm feeling younger. Oh, what was the one I had? The one where the fish pop up and close their little mouths, and you get a little magnet on the end of a fishing pole to catch them.
Yeah,
that was always entertaining.
Gone fishing or whatever it's called.
I think I know that one.
It was fun. It was a fun little game when I was a kid. You didn't even have to have people to play with. It was just like, learn, get, timing and stuff.
Yeah, because a little thing, it would like rotate, right? And then when the fish got whatever certain spots, they'd pop up and their mouth would open. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
I don't think any of the other ones.
Well, like everybody had Sorry and
Sorry,
Monopoly of some kind, and
the Game of Life.
Yahtzee.
I like Yahtzee.
There was a game called Ballbusters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mad Metal Man says that was a fun one. Game called Ballbusters. I don't remember that. Mousetrap, I remember that one was always that never worked.
Yeah, that was overly complicated. There's too much shit going on with that game.
It's like the Rube Goldberg game.
So do you guys play video games?
Oh, yeah. I'm a gamer. I don't know if Deitwa does.
I don't play as much anymore, but yeah. I'd have to kick my son off in order to play. So I do have a fucking Atari emulator.
Oh yeah, that's right. Deitwa's computer probably couldn't run any game at this point. His laptop is pretty trash.
Yeah, it's really old. I mean, we have a new one, but I still don't fucking use it.
Yeah. Well, my story is the last time I played a video game was Asteroids, in a bar in the 80s. That was the last game I played. So I do play Words with Friends, but I don't think you could consider that a video game.
Yeah, there's not much on mobile that you can really consider a video game, I don't think. Although Words with Friends is essentially Scrabble for fucking...
Scrabble with spell check. Come on now.
Right.
What was it? I had a cell phone version of Risk at one point on one of my phones before I got the fucking dumb flip phone. That was fairly entertaining, getting to play Risk against the computer.
Dude, I had a
war game, right?
Yeah, Risk is like it was an old board game where you basically played with at least 2 other people to take over the world.
Yeah, okay.
Like each country would generate like a certain amount of troops, or like each not country, but like continent.
Yeah.
So like Australia and South America would give you like 2 soldiers per turn, and like Europe would give you 5, and the US would give you 5, and Russia would give you like 6 or 7. And so it was all just like, how many countries do you have to defend, and how many troops can you build up, and then just take over everything.
And then when it's your turn, you like roll dice for results and shit, right?
Yeah. The attacker would roll 3 6-sided, and the defender rolls 2 6-sided, and it was just like, if you had the 2 higher dice, then you'd kill 2 of their troops, and vice versa. So, like, if the attacker rolled like a 4 and a 6, and the defender rolled like 3, 2, or 1 on either die, like, or on both dice, and like he'd lose 2 soldiers. But if he had like a like a 4, then one wouldn't die and your guy would die. It was weird. It was pretty simple. It was very basic, but
I checked out like halfway through your explanation, dude. I gotta be
it's
honest.
basically like roll a bunch of dice and whoever gets higher
Right.
kills soldiers. So it's a lot of fun. The thing about it is it's weighted towards the attacker, so you actually have better chance of winning if you attack more. So in that game, you want to be aggressive.
Yeah, you're losing me now too.
I'm getting into metagaming. This is how I became a pirate legend on Sea of Thieves. You got to understand the metagame.
It's always going to end up at Sea of Thieves, dude. No
I
matter
haven't
what.
played that in like fucking a month or two.
Oh shit! How are you dealing with the withdrawal system?
I'm playing Minecraft now.
Dude.
So obviously not well.
Damn.
I hate it. I get a Discord and a voice chat, and everyone's playing games, and they're just doing gamer talk. Yeah, my 30-something thingy left the sword, and my shield is not at 90%. And I'm like, what the fuck? Fuck this.
I'm lost.
Man.
What the fuck are you people talking about?
I have no clue. I don't want to know.
Oh, Mad Metal Man's like fucking Minecraft. It's so fucking different now. Like I hadn't played it for like a couple of years, and it's just like a totally different game now. Like they've changed it so much fun. I'll probably be done in like a month. I'll probably never play it again after that. But
you can go bowling or something. Join a bowling league or go fishing or something.
I like VR
like
chat.
in real life. You just sit
I like
inside,
VR chat. I can
keys.
put on my VR goggles and then go talk with people like we're doing now, and it's like being outside, but you don't have to leave your house.
No, go outside. Go do something. Get exercise.
Oh, dude, I can barely stand after like fucking more than like 10 or 15 minutes before the nerve pain just fucking is way too hard. I can't do it.
Yeah,
I'm fucking fighting with my doctor right now to basically get some sort of fucking treatment.
Have you still not
like there's got to be something they can do. Yeah, I got to switch doctors. I got to fucking go in and get somebody else to fucking actually do something. Because it's silly.
I used to work for this guy. He had like one of those inoperable tumor things on his spine and shit. And he was filled with painkillers and shit. Sometimes he'd just be standing there like normal, and all of a sudden he'd wiggle waggle and just like fall down. It's like he would just like push against his spine and he would just fall over.
Ooh, okay.
Crazy.
At least I'm not that fucking bad. That guy's that's fucked.
Yeah.
I think there's stuff they can do for what I got because it's just fucking badly. Like I broke a couple vertebrae that didn't heal right, and now they're compressing some fucking nerves that cause pain. So it's basically they need like anti-inflammatories is basically what they need, so that I can get to the exercise to fucking help alleviate the other symptoms. So it's just a pain in the ass getting my doctor to actually do something. So I got to get a different doctor. And that illness is my head killing me. I hope it's an aneurysm.
That's always good. Sometimes doctors, they do it all the time. They say different shit. So you can't, just because they're a doctor, you can't trust them. Sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Boy, it's Kaiser. I'm reluctant to waste money going back and forth.
Yeah.
Because that's just fucking frustrating as all hell. And the doctor I have now is like a little Indian lady who very clearly is like an old school doctor where like everything is just you're just fucking a terrible person. Like no matter what's going on.
But you are a terrible person.
Well, I am a terrible person, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. She shouldn't know that by now.
Man, doctors and thieves both wear masks. Fucking 100%, dude.
She's just like, this guy's an asshole. I want him to suffer.
No, see, she's my dad and I both have the same doctor, and like my dad's a fucking junkie. So like, I think she just assumes that I'm the same way.
Yeah.
And like we're not really that similar at all. At all. It's fucking. I don't know. It's weird. I had this one doctor that I went and saw while she was on vacation that I want. Not because I think he's a good doctor, but because every sentence he said started with, and I don't fucking know why.
You're like, I must know more about this fucking lunatic.
I just want that to be every appointment. How are you doing today? Like, it was exactly like that. I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah, dude. Record it, dude. If you ever go to the fucking, if you go to that doctor, fucking record it, dude.
I don't even remember his name. I have to fucking go through and look it up. Because I can go back and look at all my old appointments. But this dude was out of his fucking mind. Everything started with, and he was like this fucking fat Indian dude.
Sounds fucking bizarre, dude.
It was the weirdest appointment I've ever been to in my life.
No, I went to a one time. I had insurance at the time or whatever. I went to like a clinic. I was like really sick. I think I had strep throat or something shit. And my wife brought me to this clinic, like a local clinic and shit. It was an Indian doctor, you know. And I swear to God, he took out like a Home Depot flashlight, like a big one, like the big ones with the big batteries, you know, like an actual flashlight. He's clicking on it. He's like looking to my throat. I'm like, what the fuck? This guy got a Home Depot flashlight. Fucking, he's a doctor. Like, what the fuck?
It works, right? I mean, you got your fucking antibiotics, no doubt.
Lighten up your whole head. You can see your fucking veins and shit. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
He's like, we're gonna run a CT scan on your brain. Breaks out a fucking mag light.
Yeah. And I have this one doctor that my daughter went to when my first kid for her last round of vaccines and shit, like the second round or whatever. I don't remember. But he was telling me, you know, he doesn't vaccinate his kids. And I worked for this guy. I actually cut his lawn. I got the job cutting his lawn because I went to him and shit. I had a lawn service. But and I didn't think much of it at the time, so I didn't really know about vaccines or anything like that. But then, you know, later on, I'm like, holy shit, I went to a doctor who's giving my kid a vaccine who doesn't vaccinate his own kids. I'm like, holy shit.
That is fucking...
Is there something there, really? There must be something there. I don't know.
I don't know. I got my kid vaccinated, dude.
Yeah, all my kids are vaccinated, yeah. But I'm just saying...
How certain those people are that they're fucking right about their not vaccinated.
But I'm just saying anti-vaxxers, and then you get people say all the anti-vaxxers are crazy. You know, it could be somewhere in the middle. Maybe some vaccines aren't that good, aren't made well. They're made like in China and shit, and they got this like mercury shit in it. And you know, maybe it might cause autism once in a while. You don't know. It could. And you know, and is it good to give them like 8 million vaccines at one time? They're like a baby and shit. You know, maybe that's not good. So maybe it's like both people are kind of right and somewhere in the middle. No one does it. It's like those anti-vaxxers are crazy. You know, it's like come on, they're not crazy.
Well, some of them aren't.
Yeah, well, yeah, some of them are. Yeah,
since they've introduced vaccines, the life expectancy has gone up like 30, 40 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but like my sister didn't vaccinate my niece, right? And my niece, the weirdest thing happened, though this is just doesn't mean that it has to do with vaccines, but she's super smart. And she was like, I think she didn't get her period till she was like 16. It's like every girl in school had the period already. She was like the only girl who didn't get hers yet, you know?
That probably has more to do with like the fucking milk and meat products in the house.
That could be true, yeah, because my sister's kind of like health food, but not always, but she's a health food nut, my sister and my mother. But now my sister's not as bad anymore. She's just like whatever, and she didn't care anymore.
Also, body fat percentage has a big part of it.
Yeah.
Girls can't get their period until they reach a certain amount of body fat percentage. It's got to get high enough, which is why like gymnasts don't have it for so long.
Yeah, that's true because she was a very thin, tiny girl, so that could be it too.
Yeah, it's for the.
I know more about fucking periods than I should.
I wonder if part of the autism thing is it's just being diagnosed more. Like there's not really that much more autism out there. It's just being diagnosed a lot more than it used to.
I can tell you working in mental health for the last 15 years that suddenly everybody has a mental fucking health disorder because the fucking pharmaceutical companies want to be able to just throw pills at people and make a ton of money.
That's totally true.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You're depressed? Who isn't depressed? Come on.
Yeah, being sad once in a while is not being clinically depressed. There's a huge fucking difference.
But just think about it. High school, right? Out of the majority of all the kids in high school, it's like there's one little group of like the most popular kids, and even they're depressed too. You know, they're angry and shit. Then everyone else is like the nerd and like gets picked on, and everyone's depressed. It's like the whole school's depressed. I mean, come on, I could give everyone medication.
Well, and imagine the kind of fucking insane bullshit they're dealing now with, like the propaganda that's getting fucking thrown around in those schools all the time.
Yeah. Plus, again, social media on top of it too. You know what I mean? Where everybody's got this fucking image of themselves as their life being fucking perfect.
Well, and they don't fucking. They're so young.
And being more depressed.
They're so young that it's got to be harder to separate the reality from the fiction of it too.
Yeah.
Because, like, somebody's life looked perfect for like the split second they took a picture. That doesn't mean anything. You know?
Yeah.
I could go take fucking pictures in my hometown that make it look like I'm in fucking Hawaii. That doesn't fucking mean I'm in Hawaii.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking crazy. Yeah, but even that, you're like, dude, is that real depression or is it? Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, are
you just sad and envious? You know what I mean?
Everyone's depressed. Come on, think about it.
Exactly. And or like the people that are like, I'm OCD. No, you don't understand what OCD is. Like you're not. You like things orderly. That's not the same thing. At all. Like you don't think your mom's gonna die if you don't turn the lock 6 times before you leave the house, and then do it 4 or 5 times that because you fucking just want to be absolutely sure.
Yeah. Wait, you have to think people are gonna die if you don't do this shit?
Obsessive compulsive disorder is you have a compulsion because you're obsessed with something bad happening if you don't fulfill the compulsion, and in order to be diagnosed as OCD, it has to be like a legitimate bad thing. Not necessarily like that your mom's gonna die.
I have the disorder. Like I walk down if I'm walking like on a tiled floor, like I have to step on like how checker moves would work. Like I can step on the one to either the left or the right of the one in front of me, but not the one directly in front of me. But the one behind that I can. Or I try not to step in a doorway. Like I try to fucking step so my feet don't set down in what the plane of a doorway would be, or step on cracks.
So can you break that compulsion without any real like it's not going to be like at the end of your fucking day kind of thing?
Oh yeah, although
so that's like the mild version versus like it has to fuck with your life basically to be diagnosed.
Gotcha.
That's the one key in any mental disorders. It has to actually be detrimental to your daily life.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, for me,
it sounds like a similar thing. It's just not as bad as.
Yeah, it's not anywhere near as severe.
But you're not talking about like I have to fucking have my shelf organized and I clean my toilet every week or something like that.
No, I definitely don't do that.
That's the people who are like, I have OCD. I got to clean my toilet once a week. It's like that's not what that means.
Yeah, or the people that wash their hands until they fucking bleed and like shit like that. Yeah. Again, I can not do the shit, but at this point in my life, it actually takes more energy and effort to not do it than to just do it.
Well, and if it's not fucking causing you any actual problems in your day-to-day life,
yeah, it's
like you're not going to lose your job. You're not fucking like in like agonizing anxiety or something.
Well, yeah, I assume there was some reason that I did it at some point, but I think I've actually like gotten healthier mentally, and I have no idea why I started doing it back when I was fucked in the head. I mean, more fucked in the head.
Yeah. Well, mental illness is like that sometimes. It's like you even know what you're doing is stupid, or when you're afraid of something, or you're doing something, but it doesn't matter if you you can't help the way you feel.
Yeah.
You can say to yourself, "This is fucking stupid."
Yeah,
and I have like that happens all the time. Like just I gotta call up to pay a bill, and I'll get anxiety for 2 days, and my stomach will get all crazy, just because I gotta call on a phone and talk to a computer and pay a bill. I swear to God, I don't know why. I'm like, I tell myself all the time, it's like, why would this? It's I'm not even talking to a real person. Why is this giving me anxiety? But it just does. I can't explain it.
Yeah,
you know,
like it's irrational, but you still can't stop from feeling that way.
Yeah, you just can't help it. Yeah.
I don't get quite as bad as that. I get a little bit of anxiety, but I get panic attacks once in a while. Those are fucking awful.
Yeah.
Where you're just sitting there doing something, and then for no reason you feel like you're dying because your whole adrenal system just fucking jacks it up.
And your brain can't function properly.
Yeah, I've gone to the emergency room like more than a couple times now, and it's just like, and I fucking know I'm not dying, but I just can't fucking not go.
That's different. Panic attacks are different than anxiety. Panic attacks, like you say, you feel like you're going to die, your heart is racing, and that's completely different than anxiety. That's just insane.
Well, I have very mild anxiety, but I do have the panic attacks too. It's like concurrent or whatever. Let's see. Matt Meadows says, I'm not depressed. I'm borderline suicidal, and I still don't take meds because I'm happier off them than on. It works different for everybody. That's one of those things that, like, I think a lot of people that prescribe medications for psychological things, like, don't. There's a ton of different medications available for everything, and everybody's brain is just a little bit different when it comes to brain chemistry. And so there's a lot of people that just won't, like, cycle you through enough different options to find something that actually works if you require medication.
Like, come on now. We're all just making fun of people like all these dumb fucking illnesses and shit. They're just trying to push medicine. And then we're all sitting here whining about our personal things and shit. Like,
well, I'll tell you what, like, I have an extremely low dose of fucking what is it? It's one of the ones that like all the fucking kids want. Adderall?
Mm-hmm.
No, not Adderall. Adderall would fuck me up worse. Ativan. It fucking a 0.5 milligram of that if I'm starting to have a panic attack and I won't go to the hospital. So like it saves me $100.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to do that. Like that's perfectly fine. And I'm not against medication. I'm just against medication for fucking people that don't actually have mental health problems. Or like Mad Metal Man, people that fucking don't want it and are fine off of it. Like you're not gonna fucking. Well, I mean, like, you're not gonna murder anybody innocent. So.
Yeah, like I don't want to take lithium or anything for the fucking bipolar shit.
Oh,
so
geez, I tried lithium once. Fuck. I puked for like 3 days straight. It was just horrible.
Yeah, you know what's fucking horrible about me is the reason I didn't want to take it is because my cock wouldn't get all the way hard when I was masturbating.
Well, that's all antidepressants do that. They fuck you up.
Yeah, but
you can't get hard, or you can't get off, or when you get off, you don't even feel it. It's just like fucked up. That's the worst. When you get off,
but
you don't feel it.
Like
it's like fuck.
Nightmare.
But yeah, the funny thing is, it wasn't even. If it wasn't it wasn't like I was fucking at the time. Like I was celibate at the time, voluntarily back then. So it was just masturbating, and that bugged me so much. Like it was somehow, I guess, like a threat to what my perceived masculinity or something. But that was my main reason for not taking it. Plus, well, I didn't notice any difference. Yeah, I didn't notice any difference. Like, you know what I mean? That was the other main reason. I'm like, all right, my cock's not getting all the way hard, and I don't notice any fucking difference in my moods or anything. So fuck this drug, dude.
Yeah, well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work too. That's
antidepressants suck. They just do. I've tried them all.
Well, fucking that's what they tried to give me for my fucking anxiety and panic attacks.
Yeah.
They tried to give
that
me
one's different.
I was lithium,
lithium is a stabilizer. It's not an antidepressant. It's supposed to just stabilize it and keep you from getting too high or too low.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly the same as an antidepressant. Because for a bipolar person, antidepressants can be dangerous. Because if you're a fucking manic and you add a fucking antidepressant to that, it can send you into fucking psychotic. So yeah, they fucking, generally try not to give that shit.
Oh, what's the antidepressant that starts with P? Prozac. Prozac made me fucking psychotic.
Or Paxil.
When I tried that. Because they tried to give me fucking antidepressants because I had anxiety, and I'm like, that's ridiculous, but whatever, I'll try it. And I took fucking Prozac, and I didn't know who I was. Like, I just completely disassociated from myself. And I went into like a super fucking manic phase where like I fucking like 1,000,000 miles a minute, my mind was fucking going, creating all sorts of weird ideas. And I was just fucking, I think it lasted for like 4 hours because I just wasn't fucking there for 4 hours.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was like, it was bad.
The first time I did it, I took the antidepressants. I did Prozac, right? And after 4 weeks, all of a sudden it just kicked in, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is fucking awesome!" I was feeling good. I like had no anxiety and shit. You know, I'm like going to the store with my wife in the Home Depot, and I'm walking around like, and I usually don't want to go to the store. I don't want to do anything, you know. It's like awesome. And then I was like a little behind in my work, you know, because I had a lawn service, and my wife was helping me, and she would sit in the mower, ride the mower and shit. And I'm like mowing lawns and shit. I'm like in Tarpon Springs. I'm cutting this Greek lady's house and shit. And like down the street, it's like a whole crew of town workers that were like cleaning up an empty lot, and they were all sitting there taking a lunch break or a break or something. A whole group of guys, right? And they were kind of like, you know how guys are. They were kind of ogling my wife and shit. And I just fucking went off. Where usually I'm like a passive guy who's getting fights and shit. And I just start yelling at this whole group of guys and shit. And I start going up with this big ass black guy with like a neck. His neck was like the size of my head. This huge fucking black guy was like getting right in my face. And I was just going off on him. And my wife was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And the lady comes out of the house and I'm cutting her lawn. She's like, "What are you doing?" You know? And I was just going, and I was like, it was like one of those moments in my life where I wasn't a pussy, you know? It was an epiphany in my life, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I was like right in front of this huge guy that could totally kill me, you know? And I was not scared at all. And I was just fucking going off on him and shit, you know? And then like 2 weeks later, it all wore off. And I never got that feeling back again. I tried different ones. I tried combinations. I just kept trying different shit. And it was like, I got like the good feeling for like 2 weeks, and that was it. Never happened again. I was like, fuck, I want that back.
I got that from Xanax.
Well, Xanax is an antidepressant.
Well, Xanax isn't an antidepressant; it's an anxiolytic. But
that's good shit. Those Xanax bars, man. Holy shit, they're good.
Well, I just had like the little 1 milligram pills, but because the fucking bars are fucking mad. That's a lot of fucking Xanax. But when I took that, it just made me feel like normal. Like I went from having all this weird panic attacks and anxiety to just being fucking normal. Like it didn't make me high or like fucking super manic or anything.
Kept you calm. Yeah.
Yeah, I just felt like, oh, this is what I was like before all the fucking anxiety shit started going on. And then the only downside was I had virtually zero filter. So it was almost impossible for me to think things and then not say them if I thought they were funny, which is not a good
How's
thing.
That different now?
Huh?
You have a filter?
Yeah. Imagine.
I'm just gonna say you probably should delete this stream because we're all whining like little bitches. I'm just saying.
Oh, nobody ever watches it. That's the awesome part of it. We get like 1 or 2 people that might show up. It's great. Besides, I am what I am, dude. I'm not gonna fucking pretend to be something I'm not. Fuck it.
Yeah. Fuck you, world.
I just don't fucking care. It's like fucking when I pissed off Tonka Saw at one point, I guess cognitive thought or whatever. I think it's cognitive thought was there. And he went and fucking looked up videos on my channel, and he's like, "You're fat. You're a fucking fat ass." And I'm like, I know that. Well, I'm fucking well aware. Like, you think I'm blind?
Is that the entirety of your argument?
He just kept saying it. It was so sad. Even Tonka Saw was just like, dude, everybody on the internet's fat. Like, I don't fucking know what your point is. Like, he's just like, I don't know what you're doing here.
But the saddest part is that Tonka now, right? Because he's like has no friends left on YouTube,
except for Vamp Candy. Apparently, she's still fucking with him. Kudos to her.
I'm friends with Vamp. I like Vamp, but all his fangirls that he has left, he has like a little group of fangirls, and he has this little server with all the little fangirls in there, and they're the most weakest little fucking incel gamer nerd boys ever. It's like the people that he hates the most, those are his little fangirls. They just sit there and they kiss his ass.
Oh
Like, he's like
down
friendly.
fucking
He's
incels.
nice to them. That's all he's got left. It's like, you know, it kills him when he's doing it. He's like the alpha male, and he's got all these little incel fucking
he's the
nerdy ass boys.
male.
They're like kissing his ass like retards, like Threx Scrabbles, and like that JoJo guy's an actual retard. You know, he's like, holy shit.
Sable Scales.
Man.
Thrax Sable Scales, is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh god, that dude was such a fucking whack. He was a nice guy, but
no, well,
he's a nice guy, but
when he got into the Tonka thing, he did what most of those little fucking autistic spurgs do, and I think he actually is autistic. Is they were like empowered, like they were little fucking pussies their entire lives, but now they felt like they were fucking tough. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
exactly. It's like the alpha male like beats up some guy, you know, and all the little nerds come by while the guy's beat up and passed out on the ground. They're like kicking him, go, I'm tough too. Yeah, I was picked on in school, but now I'm a tough guy.
I want to be clear. None of those people are alphas. in like if you're trying to like, I think alpha, beta, whatever, that's all bullshit anyway.
Right.
But if you're talking about like natural leader, which they're talking about, it's like basically just natural leaders. Like none of those people are, not in real life. They are on the internet, like when they can pretend.
Well, Tonka's a narcissist. He's like a textbook narcissist. Come on.
Yeah, they're basically LARPing as the alpha, essentially.
Who was telling me that I've got two conflicting stories on Tonka's fucking origin, or even current situation. I've heard that his family's super rich and they own all these dealerships, and I've also heard that he's just poor trash from Alabama.
No, I looked up
somewhere in the middle.
I wouldn't say he's, because I told you about the dealerships. I don't think his family's super rich. I think he's wealthy enough that he doesn't have to have a job. Big difference between the two.
Live in California at all? That he's just fucking trash from
that's entirely possible. I looked up the name that he was outed under, like supposedly his real name, and he is listed as the owner of like a couple of dealerships. Like I actually researched that, so I don't know for sure.
Holy shit!
It might not be true. It might not even really be his name. I'm just saying, like
it could be like a double agent kind of thing where he gave you a fake name.
That's what I'm saying. Like whoever outed him might have gotten the wrong name.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. But if that's the case, then it's basically he owns like two dealerships that are like mediocre. They're not like super big or super tiny. They're just like average sized dealerships. So like the amount of money you make off of that is,
Stabby was going to dox him.
No, God, no. I would never dox anybody. I don't care enough about that. I just was curious. I was like, really? He owns car dealerships? Who said this? And this is the name. And this is let me do my own little bit of research. And there is somebody who owns dealerships of that name. So maybe that's Tonka-san, maybe not. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Did anybody see the stream that Andy and fucking Failure and fucking Geek and them did the other day? I don't know if they've done more since then.
I saw a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Geek was trying to spin something that didn't really happen. Like watching an actual thing and you're seeing it, but he's trying to spin it while you're watching it. It's like, what do you work for CNN or something? What the fuck? We can all see that happen.
Well, here's what's really fucking weird about it is, like, they're fucking trying to retell the story, and they're not playing the video or any of that shit. They're trying to retell the whole story and make Alex look like a fucking asshole, which, I mean, Alex is kind of an asshole anyway, but there seems to be. But, like, everyone in their fucking crowd, or at least 99% of the fucking crowd, is fucking screaming how they're full of shit, and then nobody fucking believes them, but they're still going on like the people are buying the story.
Did you see the whole video? Because
that's kind of why I'm asking.
No, I'm just saying, Andy started some shit with some muscle guys. Well, the muscle guys kind of started it, but Andy was all his mad shit because he had some guy with him that had a gun, and a taser. And then he had Failure, who's like 6'2", like 350 pounds. So he was feeling bold, like talking shit to some muscle guys that would fucking kill him. The guy's like buffed out, huge muscles. It's like, what the fuck? If Andy was by himself, he would have never said shit. He would have never said shit.
I don't think Andy.
He created the whole situation by talking shit.
Well, and I think Failure just let him get his ass kicked too. Like, I think that was a dumb reason to feel brave, because Failure's not going to get your back.
Yeah,
he's not stupid. He's looking at that going like, yeah, that guy's going to kick my ass. I'm fucking out.
I think Failure is just a pussy who happens to be inhabiting a large body.
No.
Well, he's not stupid. The guy that would have taken
walked
Failure
up to those 3 guys and got hit in the fucking head. At least he walked up there. Well, Andy's hiding behind someone with a gun, and a Failure's walking out there to get hit by the guys. And and Andy's sitting there going, aim, aim, aim. It's like, what the fuck? Pull it out. I was like, come on.
Yeah, no,
you're fucking mad shit. And now you need a gun to protect yourself.
That's the other thing. How can you go through something like that and ever show your face in public again or online in public again? Like, you know what I mean?
He can't. He's losing.
Yeah, that's true. But he's trying.
Not the cool guy who picks a fucking gun out in a bar fight.
The result is not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, if I had had that happen to me, I would never fucking try to do a comeback because I would fucking be totally fucking embarrassed. Andy doesn't seem to have that capability.
Okay. He talked like a tough guy, and everyone saw that he was a pussy. Everyone saw it. I don't care.
Yeah. Dude, that was the whole thing. After talking back down to the fight, I was trying
he had tough guy points for like 5 minutes before he ruined it.
Yeah, well, again, and I was trying to tell people, I'm like, dude, just because Tonka's a pussy doesn't mean Andy's not. He might be just a little less of a bitch. That's all that means.
He's a little less of a bitch.
Yeah.
Like big bitch and little bitch.
Yeah. But, dude, the other day, like, it was a few days ago.
Oh, your camera's on, dude.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Oh, no, I don't care. I'm just letting you know.
I don't know how to turn it off. How do I turn it off?
There should be an option on the top of the screen that has a person, a microphone, a camera, a little like bandwidth, the gear.
Yeah, tap the screen. Are you on your phone?
Okay, I'm on a tab, so I'm tapping
the screen.
It. Yeah.
Just once. Tap it once. Should pull up that you can. Does it not?
What am I looking for?
It looks like a little camera at the top.
Yeah, there should be a little camera icon somewhere, or maybe even just a menu, like a little 3 dots or something. All right, I'm not sure.
Camera menu. It shows my camera's off for some reason.
Oh, now your camera's off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, I no longer can turn people's cameras off, unfortunately.
Yeah. I think it was on Doc Griffin's stream, and I think at some point my balls were on the picture. Like, I'm like laying here naked, and I went to pick up my tab. I didn't realize my camera was on. I think somewhere in that stream, someone saw my balls. I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, I was on that stream, dude. I knew you had your camera on. Literally, your balls are fucking showing. That's funny.
Oh, that's pretty fucking hilarious. I just tell people because sometimes they don't know. I had a chick on here who was in her pajamas once.
Yeah.
Luckily, and she's like, "Oh wow, you're lucky because I don't wear pajamas very often." That would have been the end of that channel.
Yeah, Doc Griffin did a stream once where he started the stream. And then Kadunt came on there, a girl that hangs out with him.
Oh,
she had her camera on by accident, and she had like no makeup on and shit. It looked like she just woke up out of bed, just like rubbing her eyes, and she had like no makeup, and she wasn't looking too good. But she didn't know her camera was on.
Oh man, yeah. And chicks get real fucking weird about that.
Yeah, because most of them look like shit without their fucking makeup, dude. Yeah, there's not many chicks that are actually hot, or at least their face and shit.
I prefer them without makeup. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying I've seen quite a few chicks with and without, and there is a significant difference. I mean, then there's plenty of chicks that are still hot. My ex, her entire fucking family, every fucking chick in her family, with or without makeup, is really fucking hot. But again, there's
any Asian woman under 60.
I agree too. I don't like the makeup either. They don't like tattoos. I don't like chunks of metal in lips and nipples and shit. Like, why do I want a chunk of metal in your nipple? What the fuck?
You know what I actually like way
Oh
better?
shit!
And what I actually like way better than that is like fucking scars. I don't know why, dude, but I like scars on a chick. Preferably
God
shit
damn,
that's not.
dude, that's kind of dark.
Well, listen.
Yeah,
I'm talking about this chick that I messed around with had like a I forget what this is fucked up, but I forget what disease she had, but it was something that almost killed her, and she had this huge scar across her fucking stomach. And so that I thought, for whatever reason, and it's again not something that really turns me on. I just kind of think it's cool.
Did you try to put your dick in the scar?
No, it's a
You're
scar.
a freak, man.
It's
Holy
not
shit!
it's not a gaping wound at that point.
Sorry.
The operative word here is scar, so it's not an open wound anymore. Yeah, and again, I'm not talking about chicks that like cut themselves like that kind of stuff.
I know.
But just natural fucking scars.
Oh, I saw that at one of the fucking blues dances I went to when I was younger. Like or not a dance, it was like a convention, essentially like a big fucking weekend long set of classes. And this chick that was wearing a sweater like the whole first fucking 2 days took her sweater off and just scars all over her fucking arms.
Oh wow.
Oh, it was
That's
dark,
crazy, dude.
It was fucking dark. It was like, oh god damn.
Yeah. So what do you do in that situation? You just pretend you're not seeing it?
Yep, I figure just don't be an ass, Don't be an asshole.
Well, you'd be masturbating.
She doesn't bring it up. Again, it was nothing sexual.
So hard right now.
Yeah, it's not really sexual, dude. It's just something like, wow, that's cool.
I know. Just the way you said it, it was like, I can't not do this now.
If they don't have any, I have to make them have scars before
I'm collecting info on you now, Daitwa, just so you can't step on cracks and you like girls with scars. Just so you know. This is going to come back at you.
Oh, yeah. It's going to ruin my political career.
Oh, God. In like 20 years, if you haven't got weird shit like this in your past, you won't be able to get elected. I like it the way it's going.
Oh, darn. It's all coming crashing down now.
I think it'll be good because, like, sooner or later, people are going to be realized, like, oh yeah, politicians are actually people, and we should stop trusting them.
Man. And whatever they're railing against, they're probably doing. So if you got a conservative,
fucking like 90% of the time.
If you
drugs and gays are bad.
Got a conservative one that hates the homosexuals, they will be caught in a public bathroom
on meth, fucking a dude.
Right.
Yeah. Every goddamn time. Every goddamn time.
That's why I think fucking Owen Benjamin's gay, dude. He fucking talks about it way too much, dude.
I'm telling you, man. Steven Crowder and Owen Benjamin are gonna end up fucking at some point.
Yeah. Well, Crowder came out and said, that it was in his past that he used to be bisexual, and I don't.
Maybe they already had like one fucking like incidents where they started like making out, and now Owen's freaked out because he's like, "Oh shit, maybe I'm gay." And Crowder's like, "Well, I'm ready to talk when he's ready to talk. Anytime he wants to come back, baby. I mean, anytime he wants to be back, part of the show."
Yeah, but I've only seen a couple of pictures of Crowder's wife, but it seems like she's insanely hot.
Yeah.
And he can barely muster up enough attraction to her to fucking half-heartedly kiss her and be looking back at the camera.
He wants him some of that fucking bear action, dude. He wants him some of that fucking golden bear.
So how long do you think it'll be before Owen and Vox break up, and then Owen's talking shit about Vox Day? How long do you think?
2 months. Know, man. If I'm going off of past history, 2 months would be pushing it. 2 months at tops.
Yeah, Vox Day will be gay and Jewish before long. Watch.
Maybe it'll be after Owen Benjamin like meets up with him and bangs him.
I was surprised that Milo actually went in on that fucking unauthorized bullshit, dude. I'm like, wow, you have sunk pretty fucking low, my friend.
Milo
Yiannopoulos. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What was he?
Yeah, he's part of that fucking unauthorized TV shit. That fucking.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking yeah. Well, Milo Yiannopoulos wrote the foreword to his fucking Jordan Peterson. He's jealous of Jordan Peterson or whatever.
Well, Milo was the first one to get fucking excommunicated from the internet before fucking even Alex Jones.
Yeah. So I think Vox may have just caught him at a moment of vulnerability, or like, look, we're getting banned too. Come join
Milo's
us.
always been like about the money. Like that's all he's ever been.
Yeah.
I think Milo's like heavy into drugs and he's just going downhill.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It'd be shocking if he wasn't, dude.
If he would just he actually is a really good writer, writing articles and shit. If you just stuck with that.
Yeah. I mean, he played it off. I think he made a lot of money before he got fucking outed. Like basically just like everybody kicked him out.
Yeah. Getting banned from Twitter really was the best thing that could have happened to that dude. It really was, because he was one of the first ones, so it drew massive attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for me, you know, anytime I see somebody like, you know, something like that happen to somebody, I will subscribe to them just on principle. And I assume there's a lot more people that fucking think that way too. It's the reason I followed Owen before I realized he's a fucking lunatic.
But he is entertaining, though.
It's not really anymore, dude. He's just fucking crazy.
I don't really care if you're an asshole or not, as long as you're entertaining. That's all I care about, because I'm just watching this shit for entertainment.
Yeah, you still watching though?
Not anymore, because I just can't do when you go too much Jesus, Bible, God shit. I just can't do it. Like a little bit is fine, but it's just like way too much. Like fuck this.
But him railing,
click on it.
Yeah, and the shit he throws out just casually, I'm like, it's fact. And you're like, dude, that's a fucking pretty crazy theory. Do you have any proof of that? Like, he just matter-of-factly says this fucking crazy shit.
No, he watches like one video, then all of a sudden he's like spewing it as fact. That's what he does all the time. Yeah. And he doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He hasn't I researched it. I watched one video from Joe Blow, you know? Yeah. No.
Yeah, it is pretty
dumb
fucking
shit all the time.
Yeah, you got to try to find at least like 3 or 4 different sources for like a fact.
Yeah.
Especially on the internet. Especially on the internet.
No, he's like someone who's new to like conspiracy theories. So he's just like watching all this shit that everyone's already seen already. He's like, wow, look at this. Food letting big. So this, you know, like, come on now.
Just treating it all like it's fucking concrete fact, dude. All of this must be true. Exactly. Why would these people be saying this?
Michael Jackson and Elvis are both living with the aliens.
But like I said, he's just naive to all this shit. Yeah. It's all new to him. The whole internet's seen this shit for years, and like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
He's got a weird
believe it, you know.
He's got a weird combination of that night and being naive, but then incredibly arrogant at the same time. Like, it's a weird combination. It has bad results, dude. Because then you think, well, I'm never wrong, for I am perfect. So I think this is true, therefore it must be.
Yeah,
like that's kind of the attitude he seems to have.
Yeah, I'll give him the fact that like he always goes, I don't lie. I don't really think he's lying. He's just saying what he thinks, you know.
Yeah,
so that part I give him. You know, I will give him that.
Yeah. Like I said, he's just the God shit. I don't honestly. The constant gay bashing is what fucking bugs me. It's like, dude, just you're gay, it's fine, or bi, or whatever. Because his wife's pretty cute too. Not as hot as Crowder's wife, but she's pretty cute,
she's
man.
Very cute.
Yeah. Not fucking knockout or anything, but she's cute.
Also, way smarter than he is.
Jesus Christ. I think she knows how to handle him too, because I've seen a couple videos of like her kind of like the way she talks to him is almost like, you know how you have to deal with like an autistic person or whatever. You have to deal with them different. Like you can't just yell at them or fucking whatever. Or you have to be like, okay, you know, it's, you know, maybe you shouldn't, maybe you should try to do it.
A lot,
you know.
He has a lot more money than he pretends he has. Just saying, he has a few dollars. Saying, he owns a lot of shit. He owns several properties. He has money.
Yeah, he was smart enough to invest in like tangible goods with his money. He didn't go blow it on like hookers and fucking cocaine. He bought property and fucking like that's really hard to lose money on.
Yeah,
unless you're buying like fucking swamp shit from somebody else.
Because he worked as a comedy writer for a while, right? So those guys actually.
Well, and he was like dating Christina Ricci like way back in the day, and fucking basically he was in the Hollywood crowd. Like he wasn't the top of rank, but he was definitely on the in crowd.
Yeah,
him and Ricci actually
made a movie together.
Yeah. Yeah, if you invest your money in like real property and like houses and stuff like that, that's usually a good choice.
He has income properties he's making money off of.
Yeah.
So.
I love the way people like him and fucking Crowder talk. People who were like born into like relative, well, not like born into, but have like sort of gotten that into that like upper echelon of income where they can buy like income properties, and you know they've reached that higher level of income, and they're like, you know, you just got to invest in property, and like you tell people like
that's
people who are like working at fucking McDonald's, they got to fucking buy a fucking income
like,
property.
No,
it's
you
like,
just you borrow, you get a loan from your parents,
delusional.
you buy the rental properties. Like, what? Just do that. Like, no, not everybody can get a loan for fucking $300,000 from their parents to buy a rental property.
Yeah.
It's like they don't grasp that concept, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking insane.
Oprah back in the day, well, why don't you just have your driver fill up your tank with gas? Like,
yeah, I think that's the blind spot on the conservative side right now is well, anybody can make anything out of themselves. It's like, nah, you really do have to have a certain amount of money to be able to get through.
Yeah, it's incredibly
like the educational system right now, especially because college is so much more expensive now than when I was fucking 20. For sure, it's probably like 2 or 3 times the cost.
I think it's gone up. I heard somewhere it's gone up like 250%, so 2.5 times more expensive than it was like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
no, maybe less than that. But either way, it's fucking horrible, dude.
Yeah, that sounds about right, because it was about 20 years ago that I was 20. So I mean,
I just want to say that that Owen really did out Crowder, because I used to watch Crowder. I was like, this dude's funny as shit.
Oh, dude,
I like Crowder, but I would look watching him like, this guy's a narcissistic asshole, and he's like a controlling narcissistic asshole. I just pick it up.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine why anybody wants to work for him.
I remember fighting with someone a long time ago about this guy. I'm like, that guy. I mean, I like him. I like his content, and he's funny and shit. But he's an asshole. And that whole thing with that the something bot guy, that guy they had on there, and I'm like, they're really abusing this guy. And I know, I just can see what's going on there. You can see what's going on. They're like hazing the fuck out of this guy, you know. And then all of a sudden, Owen comes out with all his shit. He's like, he was right though on that. I could see a long time ago that was going on. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, you should see the video of the Revenge, or it's actually Mersh from the. Are you familiar with Revenge of the Sis or Nightwave or Daywave Radio?
Yeah, I know the Nightwave Radio guy.
Okay, yeah. Have you seen the fucking video
Miami
of
Vice
him?
faggot guy? Yeah. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Have you seen the video of him convincing Owen that Crowder is gay or bi?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
Dude, it's fucking hilarious because like he got his people because have you seen the clip of Crowder saying that he used to be bi?
No.
Okay, well
maybe I did. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's doing this serious thing because basically what happened is everybody like Mersh from Nightwave Radio, got everybody to go over there and say, no, I think he's bi, like kind of fucking stream rate him a little bit, but he's like, no, I don't think he's bi. He's just really gay. He just fucking makes that same fucking joke all the time. He's not gay. He's not homosexual. He's pretty gay. Or whatever. But anyways, after a while, they're like, he kind of starts thinking about it. It's funny because he starts thinking about it. At first, he's like total denial. A second person says it, and he's like, really? Like, how do you, like, it almost like he switches mind that easy because a second person said it. It's really weird. But then he goes a little bit more into denial. Then Mersh emails him the fucking, the video of Crowder where you can tell Crowder's totally serious. Like, how sometimes he'll have like those serious, I actually haven't watched him forever, but he'll occasionally have a thing where he's kind of like, being serious.
It's the end of every show. He has every show has a closing thing. And he's like, let me just break this down and give you life advice. I don't think he's ever said that, but that's essentially what it is.
In the video, he's talking about things that he's afraid of, and at one point he says, I'm afraid of, being mean to my friends. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head, They're like, what? So he's talking about himself, saying he was bisexual at one point, basically. So Mersh sent him that fucking email with that fucking clip, time-stamped and everything, dude. Like on air. They're both, streaming at the same time. So yeah, like at first Owen, because Owen fucking hates those guys, dude. Mersh and Royce fucking hates those guys, dude. Vox does too. He plays it a little cooler, but it drives Vox nuts too. The whole Teddy Spaghetti thing. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, actually.
Dude, it's fucking brilliant. And they explain why it's brilliant because look, this is going to haunt you forever. And there's nothing you can do about it because it's so fucking stupid. But it's going to stick with you. You can't fight it because it's so fucking stupid and childish. But it's going to fucking stick with you forever. And it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, so Owen at first was like, he's like, no, I don't think he's gay. He's like, I'll watch the video in a bit. Like he fights it for one thing, mainly because it's from Mersh, and he fucking hates Mersh. So yeah, like even after he watches it, he's like, well, I don't know. No, he's making a joke, and like, dude, he's not making a joke. It's like, and even his own people, Owen's own people, were like, a bisexual phase. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, how are you saying that's a joke, dude? But yeah, it was basically it was Mersh.
So you're saying Mersh convinced Owen that Crowder's
gay? Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll send the video to you, dude. Wait, are we? Yeah, we're following each other on Twitter, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right, let me make sure. But
you sent the link to this stream on Twitter. Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah, we follow each other. Yeah. Cool. All right, yeah, I'll find it and send it to you here in a bit. But yeah, it's pretty fucking funny, dude. Because again, he didn't trick him or anything. Like this is what Crowder actually fucking said. Those dudes are fucking hilarious, man. I don't know if anybody else follows them, but I don't know. I just found them like a month ago, and they're pretty fucking funny. Let's see if I can get it. So yeah, Revenge of the Sis. I'm never up early enough to catch the one dude for the
Mersh did went to Miami, I believe, with Andy and Failure and that AG Luck guy, and they're all streaming together. Mm-hmm. It was hysterical, and they were all like sitting at a table. They all had like their selfie sticks, and they're all like streaming at the same time and shit. And I was just poking fun at it. I was like going after that. I was actually trolling Mersh, but I was doing it on Failure's stream. And Failure kept reading all the shit to him that I was saying. It was funny as shit.
Yeah. Did he take? Well, I don't know. Mersh seems like he can take a joke. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but was he taking it in good spirit, or was he getting pissed?
No, he'll come right back at you hard.
Yeah. That's kind of the impression I get. Like he doesn't. Like it takes a lot to fucking actually get that dude mad.
Yeah, you could trigger him, but he's coming back hard at you. He's not like a pussy.
Right. Yeah, he seems really fucking funny. Royce is actually really funny. Like the show they do together, like he basically is it's kind of cool of him, but he's basically just playing straight man, even though he's pretty fucking funny in his own right. Like if you catch him on Daywave, dude, he's actually, or what's the other one they do? Hippo Juice?
No, I don't know that show. I just subscribed to the Nightwave one. I don't know the other what you're talking about. The other guy.
Oh, okay. Royce, it's got a dude named Royce Lopez. They do a show together in the middle of the day. Like Royce does a morning show. Royce Lopez does one called Daywave Radio. But that's on way too fucking early for me out here on the West Coast. They do one together that's called Revenge of the Sis. CIS. Revenge of this, and then Mersh does the Nightwave Radio at night.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, each of them have a separate show, one in the morning, one at night, and they both do one together, which is the Revenge of the Sis. But yeah, they're incredibly fucking funny. Apparently, Mersh, I guess, used to fuck around with the O&A crowd back in the day. Opie and Anthony back in the day.
All right.
All right, let me fucking video, dude. Hope it didn't get taken down. Mersh leads Owen Benjamin to the light. Steven Crowder. Yeah, this has got to be it. Oh, wait, Inception. No, that's a different one. Actually, I should be looking up on my phone. But yeah, I'll find that one for you. And actually, I'll probably have to figure out where the thing is. This timestamp. Anyways.
I don't know what it is about.
there's that.
There's something about Owen Benjamin that I like. So it's like I'm not really watching it anymore, but there's something about him I like, and he's entertaining. I don't know.
I don't know. It's just once I realize someone's that full of shit, I'm just like, yeah. Or at least that's the way I perceive it.
I just have a hard time with people like Fox and him. They're like we're really smart. We have a high IQ. Spaghetti monster, God. Jesus, the Bible. I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Like
well, dude,
2,000-year-old book and shit. You're like, well, you believe all this shit in there, and there's an invisible. I mean, come on. I'm okay if you believe God. I'm okay with religion, and shit. But you just can't tell me you're smart and then say that shit. I have a hard time with it.
Have you seen the video of Owen having his mom say that he had like a 147 IQ or whatever, and he was like, "See, confirmed." Like,
no, I saw his mom. I didn't watch it. I saw it, and I just think, no, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, literally, he thinks that's proof that his IQ is that high because his mom said it was. His mom also said that not only his classmates, but his teachers in school were jealous of how smart he was and how well he played the piano.
He does play piano well, though.
Yeah, but dude, you really think his fucking teachers were jealous of him for being too smart and being able to play the piano?
I don't know.
That's far-fetched, dude. So I kind of see where he came, why he's a fucking, raging narcissist, because it sounds like both his parents are too. And then, he came up with the nickname for Alex Jones, the Lollipop Fancy Pants. Mm-hmm. And he's so fucking proud of it, dude. He shoehorns it into everything, or maybe he's not anymore. I haven't watched him in a bit. But he literally asks his mom, like, "Hey, do you think this is funny?" And again, her thinking it's funny, he puts as proof that it's fucking hilarious, dude. Well, yeah, it's funny. It's like alliterative, and it's your mother. You're asking your fucking mother if something's funny, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. And not ironically.
Nah. I'm kind of sad, really, because I just wish she was just drunk again, just ranting. I would watch that shit every night. I would love that shit, but
yeah, he might
can't watch it anymore.
I don't see him staying sober, so that's what they're saying. A lot of people are like, I think he's drinking again. But I don't know. I think it might be something else, like he's overtaking fucking benzos or something. Yeah, that's a real possibility.
And I'm totally against banning people from the chat for stupid shit, but just watching him rant and getting all angry and shit and banning people, it was hysterical. I loved it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
freedom of speech is the most important thing. You're banned, and you're banned, and you're banned, and you're banned.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would like it would be like a lot of times it was like mild criticism, and you're like,
he was just taking thing out of. A lot of times, just people chatting with other people, and he's just taking out of context. He doesn't even know what the fuck they're talking about, and he just banned them.
Yeah, like we weren't even talking to you. No, everything's about me. Fucking Ellen.
Yeah, him and Crowder are both super fucking narcissistic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, fucking Crowder apparently treats his employees like shit, from what I've heard.
Oh, dude, I don't understand. Like, he does that thing where he hires random people, like every year, or like every couple of years or whatever. I don't know why people fucking compete for that. It honestly, the whole thing sounds like the worst fucking job ever.
Yeah, and
like he's constantly talking about how you'll be working like 40-hour fucking days and shit, like just crazy nonsense. It's like,
well, he was making fun of like the Young Turks or someone because they're like, oh yeah, well you guys have 50 people working for you, and we've only got a few. Like, yeah, you're making a shitload of money, and you should be hiring like 20 more people, but you're making these fucking assholes that stick around do a bunch of work.
Or is he not making as much money as he's claiming?
Nah, I think he's doing fine.
Because it's not just him. He's got a bunch of other shows on his Mug Network thing. Those people are all getting paid too.
Yeah, well, he's sold out to fucking Glenn Beck. I mean, come on.
No, he's got like 10 or 15 other people on the fucking
Mug Club. Saying Glenn Beck, really? Come on.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude.
Because I was surprised. Like, I looked at it, I wasn't going to buy it, but I was curious to see who all he had on there, and he had actually quite a number of people.
And that's why narcissists do well. They end up in like as CEOs and shit because narcissists, not only are they narcissists, they work really hard and they want to prove to everyone they're better than everyone, and they'll work really hard. And they're not necessarily stupid narcissists. A lot of times, narcissists are very smart.
Well, and I don't think that Louder with your Crowder is not doing a lot of work. I just can't imagine why.
In general, on average, that's all I'm saying. Narcissists tend to do well, are smart, and make a lot of money. Not always, but in general.
Yeah, well, they're incredibly manipulative, and they use people. I mean, that's the main thing about what they do. Again, incapable of accepting blame or taking responsibility, and again, manipulate and use people.
The lack of empathy is the main thing.
Right. Yeah, that too, I guess.
And when they do empathy, they're pretending.
They're faking it. No, my ex, all that fits my ex to a fucking. What the fuck is going on?
There's like 24 different shows on the Mug Club.
Why is this not?
So those people are all getting a chunk of that Mug Club money. It's not all just going to Crowder.
No, Crowder's doing fine.
I didn't think all of it.
I'm sure he's making good money. Like I'm not saying he's not making good money. I just don't think he's making like insane money.
Not making fuck you money.
Yeah, exactly. It's not fuck you money. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I still think he's probably making enough that he should be hiring more people. That's
no doubt. I think he genuinely overworks the shit out of his people, but
he's a workaholic too. That's why.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever watch Scott Adams?
Nah.
No. Every time I hear that name, I think of the guy that created Dilbert.
He is the guy who created Dilbert. Yeah.
Oh, it is the same guy. Okay.
Yeah. He streams on Periscope every day. And then he uploads it to YouTube. He's an interesting guy, and I'm like, well, you guys are old too, so I'm just kind of a boomer. So I kind of like the older guys,
Right.
But I enjoy watching. I watch his streams every day, so it's good shit. You guys might like it because you're old.
Well, I try to watch stuff that isn't just political too. Like you gotta fucking not always just be watching like the fucking the political or
kind of left leaning actually.
Yeah. I watch some people that are left leaning because it's like you can't just fucking be like, oh well, everything's conservative and everything is everything's dying because it's not conservative and blah blah blah.
Yeah, no, I actually read his, what was his fucking called? I think it was actually called The Dilbert Principle. It's like a book. Well, obviously, it's like a book. No, it's a fucking book.
No, he writes books, yeah. He's written
that book was actually really good, especially if you've ever worked for any corporation. You will find that book fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Soiko's in the chat.
Very well.
What up?
God damn.
Pretty sure I said his name right.
Yes, you did. Psycho.
He never said that. Sicko.
Good people. He's good people.
Yeah, true that.
Hey, hold on, guys. I gotta fucking get up and stretch a bit. I'll be back in like 5.
Well, I was gonna say it's probably about time to wrap up. It's running around a little after midnight.
Yeah, that's true.
Time to call it a day.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks for coming on, Mr. William Stenchever.
You're welcome.
Anybody that's made it this far, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
But thanks for being here anyway.
Exactly.
As per usual. But either way, thanks if you're, dude, when somebody's rewatching it and they got this far, that'd be fucking hilarious. But that's not happening, so, bye-bye.